Hello? Hello? Okay, mic works. Sounds a bit quiet though, I don't know. Let me just tweet that I'm streaming this right now. Why does my voice sound so shot? What the fuck? Okay. I'm looking might have streamed this at like a really bad time. Cause it's like really late on a Monday right now. But it's fine, cause all I'm gonna do is just like read. Alright. I'll just get started. Hope just making sure everything's okay. Alright. Let's not stall for like... Oh wait, why'd I go to mission? Let's not stall for like 20 minutes and then let's just get started, because I do not want to spend like another 3 hours just stalling and then and then we actually get to the story. Alright. Saying goodbye to yesterday. If I remember, we left off, we had like a field trip with the students, the art students, and then yeah, we had all that stuff with Saudi. in like the middle, and then the squad taught like the other arius students some subjects, because you know they wanted to take an exam. And then before that we had like Nagisa apologize to the squad, and then I think the beginning was like we contacted Atsuko or something. I think I remember it clearly. I don't exactly remember the very end. I think I remember Reiza and Suzumi being there, because there was like arius students that were like skeptical, kind of talking to them. But yeah, okay, let's start. Anonymous community service. Oh, that's right, Mine came over. The sound of someone in need of aid called to us, so we marched towards it in accordance with our duty. Oh yeah, it's Mine and the Remedial Knights. I totally forgot. What? Wait, why did this happen again? I forgot. Dude, I streamed this like a month ago. That doesn't even make sense. No, it does. When it comes to Mine, it does. What? You know them? I've never met them in my life. Ah, Subaru, they're... Oh, hold on. Wait, why did Mine come here again? Because there was like sounds or something. Oh yeah, that's right. There was like weird sounds coming from the school, I'm pretty sure. Is everyone here? Yes, here, but what was the purpose of that? Yes, please enlighten me. Rather than so brashly taking hold of my hand, you may simply explain. What seems to be the issue, Sensei? That was a super scary face you made there. Do you need Hana to cheer it up away? Start. Do I know these people? Yeah, they're the Remedial Knights. Trinity's Remedial Knights. A pleasure, Knights. I believe this is our first time meeting since our encounter in the Fourth Sanctum. That sounds about right. What a hectic day, wasn't it? Has the squad been well? That reminds me, where's that one nun? The one with the intense outfit. Oh yeah, that's right, they did meet in Volume F. But Sakurako is, yeah, part of the sisterhood. She's busy with testing, I mean, studying for tests. That test. But does that mean you should all be studying too? So what happened is... holding out a hand in aid to those in need should not fall to the wayside simply because it is exam season. I stake my honor that our brave Remedial Knights will emerge unscathed from both aid and exam. This is the very embodiment of aid, and most significantly, I currently reign undefeated in the rankings of practice exams. That's actually incredible. You're amazing, Mine. Thank you, Sensei. That said, I have a request for everyone here. Don't talk about Trinity or the Remedial Knights here. Well, why would we need to do that? I am in agreement to lay a veil of subterfuge over our righteous path of aid. I didn't notice this, but... is that a feather on Serena's head? Is that like an accessory? This is like my first time looking so intensely at Serena's sprite. Is that a feather? I'm sure that's an accessory, right? No, like no way that could be part of her hair. Or that's not like a braid or anything, no? You know what, I'll say that for like another time. I can't get distracted. Captain, I actually think what Sensei is saying makes sense. You do? But we're not here to aid those, these Belogger students. You see, if we don't hide the fact that we're Remedial Knights, it'll cause thorny vines to grow all over our path of aid. Is that so? Yes, it's also written in scripture, right? Something like, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. While I harbor no objections to the veracity of the statement, is the sentiment not more fitting of the sisterhood? I think Sensei must have a really good reason for it. I see. I shall place my trust in your judgment, Sensei. We shall cooperate with your request. Thank you, and you really are the best, Serena. Me? Thank you. I understand. While my heart still finds itself unwilling, I've gleaned your intentions. However, times like these are precisely when one must be willing to take the stage and proudly promulgate our message of aid. We need only conduct ourselves with sincerity, and Arius shall respond in kind. I'm begging you, please. I've given you my word, and it is my pleasure to heed Sensei's request. While here, neither word of the remedial knights nor Trinity shall pass our lips. Is everyone okay with that? They gotta release Maya. I feel like if they release Maya, it's gonna be like an event. She didn't get released yet, and I know Subra's ban is coming up, but I think she's gonna release along with volume 6, chapter 3, which is probably coming out in like 2 or 3 weeks. Someone last stream told me to wait for it, but nah, I'm just gonna read part 2 first, and then I'm gonna move on. Yes. So that said, Captain, while we're here, do we have permission to call you just Mine? It may raise suspicion if we were to call you Captain. Pardon, however, no, it indeed would be strange to address in the setting. Then, I suppose. Please go ahead then. Yeah, Mine. Mine. I can do that, Mine. My apologies. I mean, no offense. It's only due to the current circumstances. Not at all. In fact, I find it rather pleasing. Mine, does it not make me sound like a rather normal, approachable student? Rather than captain? Sorry for interrupting, but if we're all ready, then... The Remedial Knights know an anonymous community service club is visiting Arius to spread their message of aid. Understood, everyone? Understood. Well, we really appreciate all of this. I was just wondering, are you and the rest of the squad members okay with this? There's no need to worry, Serena. If anyone were to ask us where we were from, we would respond Arius, without question. But the reality is, we're somewhere in between. That is kind of true. Even that's being generous. So everyone's happy now, right? Yay, I'm so glad. It's always a pleasure being around someone so exuberant. I look forward to working with you. Me too. Having Hanae with us would be akin to taking an energy pill. Why don't we trade, Serena? You could have Hiyori in her stead. What? What? Nice to meet you, Serena, Mine. Sensei, could we consider this a proposition, a form of aid? Where am I going? Apologies, truly. Hanae was simply so bright, I couldn't help but poke fun. I understand now. Hanae is really like a morning glory bloom, isn't she? I knew it was a joke the whole time, definitely. You okay? I feel a little drained. I know that feeling. So, what now? Excellent question, Sensei. To begin, we must lay down a foundation from which the spirit of aid will burst forth. The Anonymous Community Service Club's first mission shall be to establish an infirmary. Infirmary? Yeah. Good work, Mine, and Sensei too. Good work, Sensei. You too, Mine. Mine. She's still hung up over that. That went faster than you thought it would. Duh, this is our specialty. Hello, Sensei, and... Subaru? Hello, volunteers. Hello, are you the student council president here? We don't have those kinds of designations and titles here. I'm sorry, we're not fully familiar how things are done here yet. We're not? Pardon? Oh, I like how their titles are also removed. I barely stopped you from saying more. So you mean to say you picked this place, of all places, to come volunteer, without doing any research or having any particular reason? That's... Yes, it is as you say. Do you find fault with that? Mine? I wouldn't go that far, but you have no idea what dangers could lie ahead. Despite that, you came all the way here to help the pitiable for your own self-satisfaction. In a way, it's mind-bogglingly brave. I presume your objections were more complicated than nature, or were of a more complicated nature, for my response is quite simple. You suffer from a lack of aid. Aid? As I said, the only cure is to respond with a tsunami of aid. And if, through our efforts, we may reduce the number of people suffering by even one, then we cannot surrender. That's the essence of aid, and community service. All else fails to the wayside. That's incredible, Mine. Indeed, incredible. Just as I've heard. As she's heard? Yes, I've heard a lot about Trinity's remedial knights. What did you say? The remedial knights? That's definitely not us three, or the medial soldiers. I appreciate the effort, but you can drop the act. Do you really think you could slip some Trinity students past me, of all people? Now, I'm sure no one wants to drag this out, so let's get to the point. Just stick to your gimmick as some community service club who came to help. Stay in your lane, and I'll allow this. Just know, we would be having an entirely different conversation if this were the Tea Party or the Sisterhood. But I do know that the Real Knights is a bit of an oddball club in Trinity. You know all of that? It was nothing. We were an academy once, weren't we? Well, that's that. Keep your heads down and your mouth shut, and I'll give you a pass. Are we all in agreement? Understood. We agree to your conditions. Thank you. But the Remedial Knights captain didn't come with you at all? Well, I guess that makes sense. It was only one of her after all. Running a huge club like that must make it difficult to participate in its activities. Huh? That's... right. Our captain is currently providing aid to the others in need. That's why she sent us. Yes, that is correct, essentially. Okay, well... anyways, I'm glad to hear that. I've heard things about her too. She's a militant leader who bulldozes anything and anyone in her way. Could you imagine if someone like that were to come here? I must interrupt. You seem to harbor a misunderstanding here. The Remedial Knights captain is someone who has dedicated her very life and soul to the mission of spreading aid. Here, we just call someone like that an ignorant blockhead. Have care with your words, please. She conducts herself with sincerity and unwavering resolve. To denigrate her efforts and character so flippantly, you Remedial Knights really do trust and respect each other, don't you? Understood. Let's move on then. My presence is just going to distract you from your community service, so I'll be stepping out. If anything comes up, well, call me. Mine. Worry not, Serena, Hanae. This is ever more reason to wholly dedicate ourselves to our mission. Yes. However, before that, I shall retire for a short rest. My apologies. Of course, take your time. Please, Hanae, why don't we go move those boxes outside in the meantime? Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hey, you okay? Naturally, I suppose attempting to conceal this from you is a fool's errand. When one is faced with such bottomless fury, seething beneath just the surface, what is the proper recourse one could provide? Is that what you felt? Yes. These are the thoughts that sit on my tongue. The proper recourse, that in itself is offering aid. To receive the hatred of those who have resided here all this time. If that alone could dissipate it, I would receive it again and again. However, they remain steadfast in boiling that pot of hatred. Aid is communication, a relationship. If I reach out my hand and it's rejected, how can that be aid? Perhaps my belief here is a cynical one, however. You should not hope to persuade someone who does not at least hold open the door to allow you to peer in. I've seen it before. People who board up the entryway entirely, all while praying that someone with the strength to tear down their barricades entirely will one day come knocking. Sensei, is something troubling you? Are you injured? I thought about it again and again, but I should have handled things properly back then. I should have never left the things the way I did, or as soon as I did. Hindsight is often our greatest critic. You cannot diminish what you have done for this place, and for us, with perceived mistakes and faults. However, regarding the situation, to them, we are of Trinity. Therefore, we are of the Remedial Knights. Should we claim to empathize or understand the plight, our students' hatred would only fester even more deeply. Girl thinks she's philosophical. She's kind of right, though. Like, I kind of agree with her. So perhaps this desire of mine is rooted in one rooted in arrogance. Regardless, my naive soul desires to mend the bridge which defines us. This is like the most I've seen out of Mina as well, because I haven't read like anything about her. I haven't even, I'm like outing myself, but I haven't even read like the auto event yet. I still need to get to that, even though it literally hasn't reran forever. I'll just wait until they rerun. I literally don't have all the idol students because I was like poor at the time. We'll never reach a better tomorrow through distrust and ignorance. It's all lip service, however. You know, this might be my first time seeing you tired, Mine. It well may be. I feel you have shifted from your usual demeanor as well, Sensei. I have an inquiry, as your student, not as captain of the remedial knights. When one finds themselves at the end of the rope, what gives them the strength to continue holding on? Hey, Sensei. Say, hypothetically, if someone really wanted to throw their life away, is it even possible to stop them? The things they believe in, the people they trust in. Belief, you say. Your talent for catching me off guard remains unparalleled. Surely an educator's response should follow along the lines of, act with logic and caution. Every challenge is merely an obstacle to overcome. But life doesn't always work that way. People tend to be motivated by their feelings and belief system. Whether that faith be in something greater or trust in something inside themselves. Emotions are reflections of our consciousness. Which is why we tend to respond to them more reflexively? People aren't at the bidding of their emotions, they help push people forward and follow their hearts? I see. It seems I've received a private lesson from you, Sensei. As long as you believe in yourself, and that path you've chosen is correct, then I should continue down the path I've chosen? However, who defines right from wrong? How can one be certain the path they've chosen is the correct one? You have to prove it yourself. I've been trying to do the same. No, I like this conversation. You as well? What could you possibly... How could I ignore a student of 8? I couldn't call myself a teacher if I did. How very simple, and yet it didn't occur to me. Thank you, Sensei. Truly, I cannot fully express my gratitude. Life is a surviving random set of circumstances. How you react depends and shows your potential to grow. Gently, Mina leaned her head against me. Please excuse me, Sensei. Just for this moment. Yes, even a moment is enough. So, please. Allow me this. With her head pressed against my shoulder, Mina began breathing evenly in no time. Oh, okay. It felt like time had frozen for that moment, but it didn't take long for it to shatter. What's that fucking noise again? An unidentified noise. Sensei, did you hear it as well? I heard it too. What could it have been? Is someone blowing a horn or something? Yes, it could be interpreted as a signal of some sort. It's hard to tell. It kinda had an ominous ring to it. Though, didn't it? I think so too. What should we do, Mine? A good sensei moment? I agree. Opinions on Pranapati's and sensei in general after volume F? Like, just in general? I think sensei is really grounded in their beliefs. I think it's cool that sensei's like a self-insert character, but sensei's also like supposed to be their own character. I feel like that's kind of what I noticed after volume F. Especially with like Pranapati's and stuff. But yeah, I think it's very evident, especially in I forgot if this was last chapter of this volume, but it really showed how like ingrained um his beliefs can get to people. Or I'm saying his, but I'm just like basing the off of anime sensei, you know. I usually use the neutral pronouns, but yeah. Um, in terms of phrenapities, I'm like low-key blanking a little bit. If you're talking about like the relationship, I think it was pretty cool that I guess they kind of shared that kind of sentiment of take care of their students, even in phrenapities is like last dying moments of like, you know, that's why Sensei took care of Shokater, even though technically she wasn't from um this timeline that we're in currently. Seven trumpets of the apocalypse, Satan is invading Earth. I don't know if that's a reference to something, but I did read a bit of a summary, and I think I know what's gonna happen in this volume. I read it like months ago though. It matters not. We shall do as we must. The trumpets blow. Here you go, one for you too. There's lots to go around, so please form an orderly line. What even is all this stuff? To begin, this food package was especially created to treat nutritional deficiencies. Well, not to the extent of malnutrition, the medical exams for you and all the students residing here have revealed concerning issues. However, saturated fat and sugar levels were elevated. Regardless, please make use of these rations to address your nutritional deficiency. You find the taste to be sweet. I was right? I was joking due to hearing a horn. Yeah, the horn is... Wait, I have no idea what you're asking, but yeah, the horn... I don't think is related to what you said at all. Because I don't really remember the summary, but I just know it has something to do with this volume and the future stuff. I don't want to spoil it for those who are also reading along with me. But yeah, I did say last stream of this volume that I read a little bit of a summary like months ago. I may have forgotten some of it. So yeah. Regardless, please make use of these rations to address your nutritional deficiency. You will find the taste to be sweet. 500 calories per pack would be excessive for those of regular diets. However, these are designed to efficiently replenish the body. They're easily digested, as well as high in nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Please consume 2 to 3 a day to begin. Thank you. And look, this water purifier straw. There's a built-in filter, so you could even drink out of a puddle with this. It filters microorganisms, and it can remove to 99.9% of bacteria. It's like a special tool that makes it so you can drink water from anything. The portable ones can filter it out, like 700 liters of water. Oh, but it can't filter out viruses, chemicals, salt, or heavy metals. What else? Make sure to drink slowly. Secondly, the straw has limits. If the water is too dirty or muddy, it won't be able to filter everything. Okay, I think I'm done talking now. I remember like years ago when I heard about this stuff, I was like, dude, this is like awesome technology. Oh, people are actually like pulling it. Dude, it's Monday. I thought no one would like be here at all, but hi. I chose to stream at like the worst time because this is like the only time I can stream right now. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I couldn't due to some like unfortunate circumstances, and like the day before I was busy with some other stuff. But yeah. Hi everyone. I think recently, yeah, today in America it was daylight savings time, so we got like the hour pushed forward, I think. So I was like, bro, I was low-key just chilling, and I couldn't keep track of the time, and I wasn't keeping track of the time, so everything kind of just like felt so fast yesterday. So I was like, wait, what the fuck? Does this mean we don't have to collect rainwater in pots anymore? Or get sick after drinking still water? We also have first aid kits. No one can predict an emergency, so it's important to be prepared. This kit contains 30 types of basic medical supplies. Did you say 30? Yes, it contains first aid supplies, a small flashlight, and a battery pack, emergency manuals, hand warmers, and even an emergency foil blanket. It's a standard first aid kit from our community service club. That's their standard. Incredible. Saudi. I'm surprised that you're even holding classes in a makeshift infirmary like this. Education knows no borders. I see. I like that Saudi's face. You could like see that she's like slightly blushing. What's the point of all this? Especially stuff like math, quadratic functions, and calculus. You might not use mathematical formulas in your everyday life, but learning to think mathematically will help you too. Think mathematically? What does that mean? You've piqued my curiosity as well. Please elaborate, Sensei. Math is just a language system that uses numbers as words? Okay, I think I get it. You're saying that math removes ambiguity and explains the world with numbers? So people who study math tend to be skilled at defining and explaining the problem's cause, process, and results? And following in that vein, it teaches you to gather and analyze evidence to guide you to a logical conclusion. I see. Sorry about that. Huh? Math is good for finding an order and rules in chaos? I still don't get it. It can help you with being more persuasive. People like it when things are clear and easy to understand. Studying math can help you with that, so do your best to familiarize yourself with the mathematical thinking. And by doing so, you can sometimes get others to listen to you. You can even show up a little at times. Huh. That doesn't sound that bad. If I had this mathematical thinking back then, would I still have gone through what I did? Fun fact, rainwater is now only drinkable with a safety filter. So also poor arius students needing to drink still water? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I knew this place was already like grim and dark, but like I know they're just like world building a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, dude, I remember as a as a kid, I would like when it was raining one time, I would like open my mouth and I would just like I'd be like or, like up to the rain, bro. I got like sick like like the day after, bro. I mean, mostly probably because I was in the rain, but like, bro, why did I do that? I was kind of stupid. They are? Aren't they the only ones who caused the Eden Tree tragedy? What are you doing since doing in our neighborhood? This is why a child's upbringing is important. A normal school would never let their kids run amok like Arius does. Oh yeah, this was like last chapter. A few things happened. Some people shaking in their booths at Sensei actually teaching educational material instead of just being a consultant to help resolve apocalypses. Like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. I could kind of see what you mean by that. You're kind of right in that sense. I feel like only, I guess like volume 3, he kind of did help with teaching, like especially in the beginning with like the Make Up Work Club. But I feel like all the other volumes were kind of just like that. You're kind of right. But I feel like that doesn't really take away from the theme of the game, you know. But I think Sensei actually being Sensei in these kind of parts, or like this part of the story, is kind of cool. You're kind of right pointing that out. It wouldn't be surprising if Sensei himself forgot he was meant to be an educator. I mean, yeah, in a way, he's supposed to be like an educator and like kind of like a mediator as well, because he doesn't want his students to suffer. Of course. Which I think is the good thing about Sensei. Sensei is supposed to represent just an adult. Like Sensei, I know Sensei is supposed to mean like teacher. Like, I know it's not like literal, you know? Like Sensei is also like an adult meant to guide their students and teach them other things rather than only just like, you know, like general knowledge stuff. When we left Arius, I don't think sensei is supposed to be an educator just to begin with. Consulting is the main job. That is right. What is Shell even called? It's like called the something something affairs department. It's the Independent Federal Investigation Club. Okay, yeah. I guess sensei just kind of like a title, you know. I feel like you can't really like group sensei into that like, oh yeah, sensei is supposed to actually teach the students like literally like in a school setting. Which I think is really cool about Blue Archive and it's like, you know, like world setting as well. Yeah, I know the Blu-rays also. I mean, of course there's like, I've never seen like any other like quote unquote like adult teacher. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some in the world, in this world, but you know, I feel like the students, like some students don't even know sensei. That's right. And they just got Blu-rays, which they, you know, just watch. Sensei's just elder person. Yeah, I've also seen the teacher definition is just a derivative of the original sense, yeah. I'm not too experienced in that field of like interpreting like Japanese stuff or like characters. But that's sort of what I expected, sensei, because it's like someone... Yeah. And the tech notes? Those... I mean, is that only like... Is that supposed to be a lore thing? I didn't even know the tech notes were lore things. So I've only heard about the Blu-ray thing being like, oh yeah, you teach the students using the Blu-rays. Do we think there are anything outside of Kivotos since there has been zero mention? Aren't those unknown gods like proof of that from Volume F? You know, the guys in like the white robes? Didn't they say outside? That's like outside Kivotos. I'm assuming Kivotos is like a continent, but like they're part of like a world, you know? I don't know. I've only assumed that because of cutscenes as well. Because if you've seen, like, you know the one where Sensei is, like, falling from the sky? And then, like, it shows, like, the world and, like, space? I'm pretty sure that's what the CG looks like. I could be blanking, but I don't want to look for it right now. Doesn't half of Volume 2, Chapter 2 take place outside of Kivotos? I don't even know if that's outside of Kivotos. I think that's still, like, Millennium. I think that's Millennium, but, like, it's, like, the outside boundary. You know how Millennium has, like, ruins? If you read Decagrammaton recently, and I read Decagrammaton recently, and then they have the ruins, and then they have like the other ruins that is like the Decagrammaton, but I feel like they still consider that Kivotos, no? I feel like there's still like school areas, like the general school area, and then they have like, I don't know if that's outside Kivotos though. Kivotos is the city. I thought Kivotos was like this, just like the space, you know? Like this, the academy. I was talking about this last stream. It's like the academies. I think it's just the academies and like the bordering areas. That's what I feel like it is. It's not like we have like a genuine like map, I guess. No, the city isn't the city just the academy city? I'm almost done with Deca? Okay. They don't know Sensei. They know Sensei through and him streaking. Yeah, I remember. Since Volume F is seen as not being real from every student that actively participated. Was that a thing? Really? I don't know. Wait, what? That just changed like everything for me. Because I thought every student that didn't also participate knew Sensei. Well, okay, wait. I thought just because of those events, they know Sensei because of that. Was it just not because of like the sanctums and stuff? Like, how was that like erased from time? I thought Academy City isn't a name, but a term to describe the Kivotos area, while everything else around it is uninhabited wasteland. That's what I thought too, but like I don't know the actual definition. Like I thought Kivotos is just Kivotos, you know? Like I thought, and then the Academy City are just the academies, and then Kivotos also has, you know, those like other parts of it, like Like, you know, the ruins of like other academies and stuff, like they're just like neighboring it, and but like they're not like designated as like part of the academy, you know? Because like Millennium had that like city that Rio built, but I think that's still part of Millennium, no? I don't know. I think it could be. They usually mention Kivotos as an academy city. Okay. As I remember in Decagrammaton's latest chapters, they speak of Kivotos as if it's a city or continent. That's true. If you're caught up with Decagrammaton, you know that there's like that other place, you know? That other place. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but there's that other place. And it seems like they talk about it like it's a different, like it's separate, like, you know. Reminder that before the Sandstorm, Abydos was one of the strongest schools. Yeah, and Academy City. Not Academy City in the place. Wait. I gotta reread your message now. I thought Academy City isn't a name, but a term to describe the Kivotos area. If you're talking about like an Academy City, then do you mean that there's like other Academy cities that are not in Kivotos? Like, say Kivotos is not like the world, but it's like it's just like a area. But they could just be talking about a region of Kivotos. I mean, every student that participated knows about Volume F, but every other one doesn't, because it's seen as a conspiracy. That's weird though. Wait, but like how? Is that proven? Forgive me if I'm like really wrong right now, but like how? Like if you go outside, you literally like see it. But could they just be talking about a region of Kivotos? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming that Academy City is just like a region of Kivotos. Well, this is my assumption. Academy City is like a region of Kivotos that has like all the main academies, I guess. And then like outside of it is like the ruins, the catacombs, etc. But that's still Kivotos apparently, to me. That's what I've read from. Volume F only has like Millennium and Abydos, right? At least I don't think so. It has like the city. There's like the Diyu Shiratori city. That's where like the Rabbit Squad volume takes place. I think that's also part of the volume. I don't know, because there's like cities, you know? There's like cities that aren't like designated as academies, I guess. You know? But they're still like included as the academy city because it's like neighboring or something, or it's like part of that like kind of group. Volume F only has like, okay, no, I already read that. Like everything up to the spaceship, every student knows. How do you define academy? Just the campuses and like the buildings? Like, are you asking me that? If you're asking me, then like defining academy is, I think, I wouldn't know, because the school has to also has to designate that, no? Like, you know how on like some university campuses they have like, you know, retail stores on it and stuff, and like restaurants? Like you'd still consider that like the academy, right? Like same with Trinity, you know how there's like a shopping district? I think I'd still consider that like the academy. Like just because it's not like school grounds doesn't mean it's not an academy. Yeah, if you mean just the campuses and the buildings, then maybe, yeah. Okay, while I'm at pause, I'm gonna continue reading because I don't want to like slow down the stuff. You guys are free. You guys are totally free to. I'm open to discussion. So yeah, if you want to say anything, then go ahead, because I don't mind at all. Wow, I knew it. I knew this was gonna be scary. Adults are scary. The world is scary. Now that I think about it, isn't Sensei also an adult? I would even say that the beaches and parks and the malls and the catacombs and whatever are still part of the academy facilities, which is the term. Which the term is. Wait, the funny absurd part, justifying the term Academy City. Yeah, I'd still say that it's part of like the facilities, you know, yeah. Even when it's not educational, it's still academy. I'd say that too. Everything each student council designates is an academy city. Okay. I'm like confused. Kyoto's might as well be an entire different world than Earth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like this is just like place Japan. This is not. This is like this is Kyoto's. I think this is like a. I see it as like a continent, you know, like a continent in itself. The academies are responsible for the district they're centered in, aren't they? I remember there were islands that the Sisterhood used to have training drills in. I guess what Knight Core is trying to say is that, like, yeah, the academies designate like where the places are, but you know, there's still like the catacombs and stuff. But I feel like if it's like still like neighboring to it, or like underground, I guess it's like, you know, still part of the Academy City. But it's just like, I won't say it's like part of the Academy City. It's like outside of it, but it's still part of Kyoto's. That's what I mean. Each academy has their own area they govern, and the general student runs the other zones. Yeah, kind of like the city, like the Ryushiratori City. I'm pretty sure that's under the General Student Council. No? Place South Korea. Yeah, you know, I think all the students are just from Place South Korea. I mean, they were created there. Yeah, like of course I assume that Kyoto's does not take place on Earth, like some stories are written. Now that I think about it, isn't Sensei also an adult? Yeah, you're right. I apologize on behalf of the adults. What? Sensei, you don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, the outside world can be like that, but none of it is a reflection on you. Misaki. Well, it'd be easier to point our fingers at adults and the way the world works and call it a day. Nothing is black and white like that when it comes to life. So just ignore all of it. Erase stupid adults like that from your memory. You can do anything about them, so accept and deal with what you can, and live. Damn, Misaki. That's growth. The world is already awful enough. Endure what you can. True. There was a time in my life I didn't understand why I had to keep going on either. But Sensei just told me to give it a try, so I am. I'm trying to live. That's sweet. To Earth parallel? Similar-ish culture? Yeah. I'd say it's not like Earth, but you know, it is Earth parallel. Because, you know, there's clearly... well, I'm like using my hand right now, but there's clearly like... These are like clearly based on humans and like Earth mythology and stuff. What is it? You're getting on my nerves. Misaki, you've grown up so fast. Shut it, Sensei. Quit the crocodile tears. You're obviously enjoying yourself. You know, you're the biggest problem of all, Sensei. You better watch yourself. What? Sensei is... Yeah, they're the worst. An absolute menace. Sensei woke up one day and decided to give me hope. And followed through, too. If they had been lying, I could have finally given up. But now that I can't, Sensei should take responsibility for what they did to me the rest of our lives. But they haven't. That's Sensei. Watch your back. I assume Kyoto's is everything inhabited. And outside of Kyoto's is all barren wasteland ruined by the chroma. Ruined by the chroma? I wouldn't... Maybe if there's like... Because, again, I apologize if I don't remember, but like... I wouldn't say all of it is like outside the chroma, because there was also like other places, like the Arctic place in Decagrammaton. I don't want to spoil too much either. That we don't know if it's considered Kyoto's either, you know? I wouldn't say ruined, you know? But I think, I guess maybe I've I thought about this a little bit. Like maybe the student council designated where Kivodos is, and like made a border. You know how like there's like continents and like borders in real life. Maybe that's also what they kind of do. And Kivodos is like their own like continent place. Red Winter claiming an certain amount of land and leaving it unexplored will not ever not be funny. It's so far up north. Is you even gonna start with that? It's a Red Winter's land? That's Red Winter's land? All of that? Really? All of that? It's not just the bunker? So is that still Kivodos? I don't... If that's still Kivodos, then that probably does not, like, make my point any better. Mari explicitly got permission to go check out the Decagrammaton situation from Red Winter. Really? I thought it was only just, like, randomly put in there that, that they own just that facility. Maybe I forgot, but... Was this like earlier on, or was it like when they got to the bunker? Explains the bunker, yeah. Then why were they like so confused when they were like, oh yeah, there's like Red Winter? I thought they only found out about that like when Arius touched the control panel. I'll look at the transcript. Okay, thank you. Is there even a BA transcript? Because I've been trying to look for one. Because it would be really cool to just like read it on the go without having to open the app. And it would also make it way easier to go back to like check for dialogue. That sensei, watch your back. I see. Huh? Does that mean we're going to be together forever? Stop with those ambiguous, easy to misinterpret statements. Red Winter is so uninvolved with things. To be fair, I haven't read that much up on Red Winter. I think most of their stories I've skipped, because... Oh, that's false. I've read, like, one of them, and it's, like, one of the side stories, and that's it. Vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. Sao? Join first. Hello. I don't like how YouTube now just shows people's, like, @usernames. I kind of liked when they had it when it just shows your display name. It's a phrase I've heard countless times, but it's also a phrase that was misinterpreted countless times. Its original meaning was, since all things will pass, to take things in moderation. You, me, and everyone will dissolve into the past. One day, we might look back and think of this as nothing more than a hazy memory, or we might not even ever get to that day. The future is guaranteed, so to be set in one's ways is unwise. The only kind of future that should be predetermined are the numbers written in a contract. Yes, that's very important. Thanks, Saudi. So horny again. This is why Red Winter is literally the best school. Literally has more stable politics than Trinity, Gehenna, and Millennium. I heard, again, I haven't read Red Winter Story. I haven't read up on Red Winter Story, like, at all. But, I heard that, literally, Marina just, like, let Cherino become the president. Just cause, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's, like, entirely true. Over, like, a rotating council every 2 weeks. That just get occasional overthrowing of their president. I read Minori's Bond story because a friend told me to, and all I know is just like they're like basically just like the USSR. Occasional. Pretty much, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's also what I heard. A trumpet again? Pretty much has like no story. There's only that like one group story in Red Winter. Really? Isn't there like the homeless group? Shigure and Nodoka? I don't know if they have a group like story at all. I know that there was like that hot springs shit. Wait, weren't they part of that? No, they were part of that, no? I think I read that. I read that like a year ago. That was also on stream. There's something happening out there. Sorry, it's so hard to like switch between like my reading voice and like reading like the chat. Keep calm. Panic never helps. Gang, what's the situation? Jomai Saudi. Over there. Yo. Damn, those outfits though. What are those? We don't know. They came out of nowhere. They just seem to be absorbing our attacks. What? This feeling, I'm sure. It's similar to the thing that appeared last time I heard the trumpet. Could it be? What the heck are they? First the trumpet, then four of these things? What trumpet? Are you serious? It was blaring in my ear. Do you need to check your hearing? What about you, Subaru? Did you hear the trumpet? No, I didn't hear anything. What? That's weird. Huge ass halos though. They're coming this way. Bruh. Everyone, get behind us! Is everyone okay? Did anyone get hurt? We're ready. Mine. Perfect. From now on, the Anonymous Community Service Club shall serve as a bulwark against this threat. Let's go. Not even a second of hesitation. Guess I saw that coming. Things like that don't matter anymore. Think of it as protecting our old home. Everyone, be careful. Let's go. Stream more about dynamics and land ownership than arius. I'm just talking, bro. Like, okay, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with discussion. I think it's awesome. Is the natural event out yet? No, it's out. I think it's gonna be tomorrow at night, for me at least. But I'm also gonna stream that because I want to. Maybe I'll stream it in like maybe 2 days. I don't know if I'll have time. Okay, these things are like not dying. For whom the trumpets. Got a match. Volume EX, Chapter 2, Episode 26. Welcome to Red to Sequel. Yeah, I remember that, but like, when did they say that? Was it in like... Wait, did Himari say that? Or wasn't it from the control panel that Arius touched? They'll come out tomorrow? Yeah, in like 1 day. In like 1 day's time, like 24 hours probably. Probably less than 24 hours right now. Thank you for getting that though. Yeah. So in 9 hours? No, there's still the maintenance though. I don't know. It should be in less than 24 hours. I don't know what time zone you're in, but for me it's in the night. Like at reset? No. I think there's an update, right? Shouldn't there be maintenance to add that? Yeah, they release after maintenance. Okay. They only do that if it's like... I think if it's only like rerun banners, they do that. If there's like an event that pairs with it, I think of course they have to do maintenance because of the update and patch. Control panel. I'll look for other synonyms. Yeah, I thought it was, because Himari never mentioned anything, as what I've read recently from Decagrammaton, about Red Winter, like them contacting Red Winter at all. I only remember that from the control panel that Arius had touched like was when that was mentioned at all, and then that's when we found out that was Red Winter Seed Vault. Because I think only that, from what I got from Decagrammaton, that seed bunker is only from Red Winter, and that's it. I don't know. Oh, okay. Maintenance longer than usual. They giving out 720? I'm in MST. I don't know what time zone that is, but magical skibidi. Yeah, I'm gonna roll for Reza, hopefully. If it's really soon, then maybe I'll stream it tomorrow. I'll need to see if I'm busy though. Let's go get back. Misaki? Watch out. I like 5-10 tickets and like, damn. Did I have like 21k? Because I got drained. I rolled a bit on Mio, didn't get her. Hold on, I need to sneeze. Never mind, it went away. And now I have like 22k pyroxenes. But I'm saving for Fest because I really want K. As if you have seen my recent posts, you probably can tell I want K really badly. But yeah, hopefully I'll have enough. If not, I'm pulling out the adult card and reading Momos. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, I've not been like very actively paying attention to this story because I've been having discussion. What is this? Everything is dark. Am I sinking? Is it still a couple months out? Yeah, these are the only people I'm rolling for. I'm only rolling for Reza, possibly Suzume if I get her early. That's it. I want to roll for Subaru, but it's kind of cooked. Looking at my pyroxene count. Those months will pass by in a blink. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like I don't get enough pyros. It was a matter of perspective. In a way, it was simple. In a way, it was trivial. There were those who believed they alone held the pen to the truth. Mankind instinctively seeks to prove itself to God. To claim to be the one true orthodox is inherently a declaration that all who oppose you are wrong. Gonna miss fun Pop Idol? Yeah, unfortunately I have to also skip them as well. It kinda sucks that they're limited. And the council hereby declares the permanent and irrevocable excommunication of Arius. In the name of our holy parents, holy children, and the Holy Spirit. Oh, is this like... Is this Trinity lore? Is this when the Arius was exiled? And this began the long history where I did not see what the last word was. Persecution. This is Arius's... Oh my god, it's the Mika CG. There was no path forward. With nothing but bloody hands and battered souls, we forged our own. You know what? If there's ever an animated cutscene, I really would love a fight of like this hallway between like Mika and Saudi. I would love that. Light faded from existence, and we were sacrificed to the shadows. They left us to rot in sewage and despair. Existences no better than the rats that scuttled beneath their feet. Trinity thirsted for our complete eradication. From the highest reach of the sky to the deepest pits of this land, they wanted our existence to be expunged from reality itself. It was under these circumstances that our survival became the highest form of resistance, our only one. We festered with a hatred that we were too weak to avenge, and so it collapsed inwards. Just gotta wait 2 years for Blue Arc of China to make the animation. But it's already out in Blue Arc of China, no? I thought it is. So many were lost. Meaningless loss soon became entangled with the rhythm of our daily lives. I love Blue Arc's presentation. Even as a visual novel, it's easy to feel the intensity of action scenes and the weight of emotional drama. You know, that's what I wrote. I think I did say something like similarly along the lines in my recent Odyssey video. Like, even though Blue Archive has like a visual novel style, like you can envision and imagine so many like cool things just from it. Like, even if the CGs, like cutscenes, just like the drawings are limited, it's not very animated at all. I can still feel the environment and like where we really are just from like even the words and the background. Like, the background art is incredibly stunning, even though it literally is kind of just like like literally just looks like a visual novel. Yeah, it is really beautiful. BCN is 2 years behind. Yeah, I meant like it's like the Eden Treaty volume should already be out. What I meant, like, Mika and Saudi's fight, I think should already be out from volume 3 chapter 4, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think they showed that in the first anniversary PV. Well, they showed like a bit of it, but I want to see like a full-on like fledged animation of Mika and Saudi's fight from that. From yeah, volume 3 chapter 4. I think I said that correctly last time as well. I don't know. Meaningless loss soon became entangled in the rhythm of our daily lives. Hatred spread through us like poison. And thus, vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. Trinity, those presumed judges declared our excommunication inevitable. Does Bork of Japan will make a new story or continue the Decagrammaton story? Okay, at this point we're just talking spoilers. I'm sorry, if you don't want to talk spoilers, you could probably just leave the stream. Bork of Japan has already finished Decagrammaton. We're just waiting for it on Global right now. I'm pretty sure if you keep up with the news on Twitter, then yeah. I don't know if you're like really stingy about spoilers, but to me, I don't really mind that much if it does not spoil the content that I'm currently reading or the future content that I'm going to read. But yeah, I'm hoping they make a new story. Yeah, deck is finished. I don't keep it with CN. Yeah, maybe mid-in treaty. No, I think, guys, if you saw the first anniversary PV, which I'm gonna probably just link, Blue Archive CN first. It definitely covered Eden Treaty and stuff. I'm gonna link this in chat since I don't want to pull it up because I'm reading. But they showed. I used most of these scenes in Understanding Isonomika, but it has the end of volume 3 chapter 4 in it. But what I'm saying is, what I would really like a fight scene between Mika and Saudi animated. I like 4 episodes. Yeah, it's not that, it's pretty quick. It took me 7 hours to complete the whole thing. Probably more, but yeah. Trinity, those presumed judges, declared the consequence of our own sins. I gotta drink some water real quick. Here, we protest. Fate is nothing but a fabrication. Nothing in this world is predetermined. If not for their own machinations in the past, where would we be standing? They must answer us. If not for the history they determined, what kind of tomorrow would we be dreaming of? They must answer us. If not for the hatred they planted, what fruits of love would we be harvesting today? They must answer us. It would be nice to have a Gehenna volume next, probably not the best thing to say in an art stream. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is just discussion, and they're just making like a joke, but yeah, I think they would be really cool to have a Gehenna volume, since we've already covered, they've like hinted at so many things in like the recent volumes, like volume 1 chapter 3. They did hint at like a few things, like the big sister, I think. Oh, no, it's Rio. Someone on the lines of that, like the queen of something something. I totally forgot what they were talking about. But They're the one that made the tank, I'm pretty sure. And then, yeah, I hope we get some more coverage on like the volcano, or and more of that stuff, you know. Gehenna needs one, so does Red Winter. I feel like Red Winter does need some, but I feel like Red Winter is so unserious right now, especially with the current students that we have, that we can't really like have anything like too serious. I feel like they would have to introduce some new protagonists to like focus on. I feel like right now they've just been like dropping like little stuff around in terms of Red Winter. Thunder Emperor, yeah, thank you. Because I did not remember that at all. I just remember there was like some student that they talked about. Please forgive me. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. I'll never... There exists a world where it is a sin for a child to hope. There exists a world where it is a sin for a child to pray for happiness. I'll let go of all of hope. I won't rebel. I will never pray for happiness. Never again. I'm sorry. In such a world, even the word mercy holds no longer holds meaning. Red Winter has a surprising amount of playable students for not having that many stories. I feel like we haven't seen like Red Winter students that are like unreleased, besides like, I feel like they've already released everyone, no? Like, I mean in JP they already released Yakumo and Takane. I don't know if there's one more. Yeah, there's oh yeah, they're already released, Meru and Momiji. I think it'd be cool to introduce a little bit more Red Winter stories in the future. My crack theory is Red Winter will use the Deca technology at the Glacial Sea, and Millennium will use the ancient technology in the ruins to reenact the space race. That'd be hella funny. I mean, like, it really makes you question, especially, like, Red Winter, how did they even get their hands on that technology? I mean, I guess Tipperith, I think it is Tipperith, right? Took, they put, the Tipperith, like, resided there for a while, no? And I don't know if that, like, upgraded the technology in any way, since I know Deca's technology is, like, really advanced. The space race. Mercy. I know Millennium, like, we don't have like a solid basis of what Millennium is like actually culturally and like ethnically based off of. But yeah, my assumption from like all the talks I've had with like other players, they would say like America. Which I think is, I guess, fairly accurate. Answer us. What sanctity lies in truth that took away our children? What is righteousness before the tears of a starving child, whose meals are procured through thievery, whose hands know no warmth with their own breath? But I think Millennium is just like its own kind of like utopian bubble. That's kind of what it like seems like. Who can claim justice before a child whose life has known naught but meaningless suffering? That's answer. It is your duty, your obligation. The present is built upon the foundations of its dark past. It was a mere matter of perspective, interpretation, something so simple, so utterly trivial. And yet, from this wellspring did a rage and resentment, hatred and despair burst forth. The children of this land have long walked alongside death, treading closer than other else in Kivotos. So tell me, by what audacity, by what entitlement do you dare live on? Answer. Millennium uses modern American arms. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not that, like, experienced with, the firearms. I think it's really cool that people can, like, really, like, see the, like, recognize the firearm and then, like, relate it to something in real life. I have, like, a lot of friends that are, like, firearm heads, so I think that's really cool, but I wouldn't like recognize if a gun is um like American or like British or like Italian. Like I wouldn't know. I think it's cool though. I should probably study up on that since I really do like this game a lot. Probably someone actually competent made it before Cherino came Red Winter High School. Yeah, no. The thing is, Cherino was the one that left the voice message. If you did read Decagrammaton, Cherino read that voice, like she recorded that voice message for them to like read. But I don't know if it was like made just for that, because it did seem like when Cherino was in power that they did make that bunker. But like, why? Like, I don't know why. I cannot. I assume they just like used their labor force to make that, which is like, yeah, again, like Exterus. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, even though I've like seen you around. Um, it's funny that they just like have that there for like a, no particular reason. I guess it's for like apocalypse and stuff, but like it's so funny how they just have that and it's just there. I just learned that Subaru and Kirara use the same gun model. Yeah, some students like have the same gun model. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, I think Azusa and Suzumi have the same gun model. That's like the only gun of research because I have that like one YouTube short where I talk about Suzumi and her being formerly part of Arius, I think. Or like supposed to be the Azusa of volume 3, but I think they eventually just changed that because on her gun it used to say the scripture Vanitas Vanitatum, of course, you know, etc. etc. Don't get me wrong. It might just be the same model or under the same. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I think they're like a Sig Sauer model. I don't know if I'm saying that right either. The issue lies in question itself, for no justification can or should ever be made. We've been stuck on this mini sequence for like 30 minutes because I've been stalling so much. Even the stars and the moon in the sky could not bear to face their sins and hid away their light. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce that. As your student, there's something I want to ask you. At the end of the lowest of lows, what makes someone stay on their feet? This is, I see, a memory of when I asked Sensei this, and Sensei's response had been what that person believes in. Some things don't work that way. What makes someone act is their feelings and beliefs. Whether it be faith in something great, or trust in something within themselves. Sensei. Then where is it I must place my faith? Please, guide me, Sensei. How can Trinity atone for all the sorrow and tragedy we caused? Do what you believe in. I do not recall Sensei saying such a thing. What do you believed in? What you kept going in your darkest moments? No, wait, this is... I know it. I'm certain this is Sensei's advice. We cannot change the past. But that doesn't mean we can continue living in the present. So if the path you took till now... So if the path you took till now isn't wrong, continue to stay true to that path and prove yourself. Path I took. That's... If you turn a deaf ear to the voices calling out for help, how would you see yourself? I see. That's how Sensei... I have my answer. Perhaps it may not be a satisfactory one. However, I shall declare here and now my right to continue living on despite our sins. You are correct. This world is one overflowing with sorrow, one where pain is often the keystone of our existences. Hit BitLocker? Just gonna open BA in BitLock? What is that? What's like encryption? Wait. I didn't even know that was a thing on Windows. Oh, it's for like drives. That's cool for security, but I myself have not like looked into this stuff. I hope Warcraft Japan makes a new story, not about a student, a story of Sensei, like Sensei Adventure himself. Right, because all of the stories about student, am I right? I mean, you're right in that sense, but I feel like that is really long gone from happening, because, again, as I said before, Sensei is a self-insert character, and I feel like we kind of just like appeared out of nowhere one day. So I think it would be cool to mention that eventually. But right now, I think they should just focus on their student stories. That's just me though. Like, I think even if they do that in the future, it would have to be like related to something, you know? Because, you know, Sensei is still like a character in themselves. There might be something missing on my laptop or something, but it comes up once in a month. That's weird. I've never heard of that. You are correct. This world is one overflowing with sorrow, one where pain is often the keystone of our existences. The present could not exist without the sacrifices etched into the foundation of the past. Despite these incontrovertible truths, I shall continue my trivial, menial pursuits. And if those pursuits can remove even one spoonful of the deluge of sorrows, I seek nothing else. There are things in this world I must protect. I do not do so with the expectation of reciprocation. Since when did my hubris lead me to such a reprehensible entitlement? For it is both my duty and my pride to follow my path of righteousness. Go forth with faith and honor in your heart. Upon reflection, calls for aid echoed all around me. If I could only return in time and attend to each and every one of them. Why must the limits of our bodies be so restrictive to our desires? Regardless, the path forward is clear. I shall never allow those voices to fall upon deaf ears again. Would it even be Sensei story of youth? Growing up in a crashing economy and then getting hit by train kun? That would be funny though. Imagine Warcraft just an isekai, and then they just like SAO, like a wake up, has like his VR headset on. That's it, end of Warcraft EOS. I shall never allow those voices to fall upon deaf ears again. As long as these feeble hands can reach, I shall hold them out. It is my naive hope that these seemingly microscopic choices shall accumulate piece by piece, effort by effort. And one day, each and every one of those innocent children can see a better future in a better time. For medicine knows no borders. Everyone, behind me! Captain? Captain? The remedial knights will protect you. Dude, I'm only on episode 3. No, speaking of like, okay, that's cool. But speaking of like, the combat and like open world stuff, I think it would be awesome if Warcraft did more of that. Especially like real-time combat. I'm not talking about like player versus player, but like, you know how you can like move around in like the Code Box event or like the Hina event. I think it would be cool if they added like skills and stuff, and then you could like show it around. Like, you know what? I think they should have like a. I know this would probably add like a shit ton of like storage problems for Blue Archive, But they should have like an open world where you can like walk around as a character and like use their skills. I think that would be really cool. Mine! Captain! Captain! Hane, we have to secure her airway. Breathing seems to be stabilizing. Got it. I'll start loosening the clothes around her neck and waist. And get a stretcher. Yes, please. Did you hear that? You heard it too? She definitely just said remedial nights, right? So those volunteer people were from Trinity? Captain. She was there! She was there the day Madam disappeared. Sorry. You saw her? What was she like? Well... Still playing after Codebox? Codebox was fun. I'm surprised how fast people can level up though in this game though. From here on out, your role is to quickly rescue and treat any enemies I injure. What's wrong? Started playing after Blue Archive after the baseball event. And when Jess Saudi came out in Global. Damn, I didn't read the baseball event, bro. Because of the... Oh shit, sorry. Woe to the inhabitants, because of the trumpet blasts about to be sounded by 3 other angels. Angels. Like level 80 now? Yeah, it's pretty fast. But like seeing as you've been playing since Codebox. What was that? Was that loud voice coming from the sky? Woe to the inhabitants? Because of the trumpet blast about to be sounded by the 3 other angels? Could it be that? There's no way. That's just a story from the Book of Revelation. But it's the Book of Revelation. You know, the one Arius believes. Wouldn't that be right here at this place? You know, if there's... I don't know what reruns are going to be in the next month. But, up until, like, the end of April, I'll probably be able to stream them. Because then after that, I'm busy with school. Currently level 82. Dang, you guys are, like, new players. That's cool, though. Got to the point where I'm running out of activity reports. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, stock up on mine. I'm, like, running out of credits right now. Because I've been trying to fight the Shurikura raid. But I'm like, dude, some of my students are so, like, under level. Yeah, I know Magical Girls are up next. I'm gonna read that definitely on stream. And then, it's just like the next events after that. I know there's gonna be Volume 3. Oh no, not Volume 3. Volume 6, Chapter 3, which I'm going to definitely read and continue this read along. But then, I don't know what events are going to be reran or, like, put out then. But, yeah. I want to do more of these reading streams. Yeah, then we know what those are too. They must be the Angels of Revelation. They're harbingers of the end of the world. What in the world was that? Do any of you know? This could be... It's impossible. It must be... Atsuko? I'm sorry, Sensei. All I have is conjecture at the moment. I've been playing like every day, so about 1000 XP. Yeah, that's like usual. If you refresh AP from Tactical Challenge, you should get a little bit more. And then, yeah. Is it possible for there to be a longer time player at the stream than you do? Okay, look. As I've said before, a lot of times that I have been playing since Global. I think it was my Wild Hunt stream. Someone said they've been playing Day 1 JP, which is probably like longer than that. I don't know. I've been playing since the release on Global. I took a long break, and then I came back almost 2 years ago already. Yeah. Damn. That was a long time ago. I'm sorry, Sensei. All I have is conjecture at the moment. However, should not our priority be to move the remedial knights to safety? Fuck, I'm like losing track. Serena, is Mine okay? Yes, Sensei. She's not in critical condition, but... Serena? Sensei? Arius squad. Got it, Sensei. Misaki, we're opening up a path. Sorry, but could you make way for us? Subaru? Stand down, everyone. At the least, for now. Got it, Subaru. Actually, I'm curious. While I'm reading, I want everyone to, like, tell me how long they've been playing. Or, like, what date they started playing. Because that'd be really cool to know. I actually would really love to see the statistics of that. Thank you, all of you. There's no need. I'm happy we had the opportunity to be of assistance. Yes, for the remedial nights as well. Thank you. I thought we were done for. And you too, Senna. Wait, Senna? I was simply following standard protocol for emergency response. Okay, she probably like came to get Mine. I'm pleased to be working with the remedial knights again as well. However, she's Senna. What's wrong, Senna? How should I put this? To begin, there are no medical issues with her current physical condition. I've confirmed this. Estimating from the times I've listed in the report, she should have regained consciousness by now, but it's simply something to note as of now. However, please understand, Sensei. What I'm going to say isn't a reflection of any kind of data, but just my base intuition. In a way, it's a compilation of all the data I've accrued during my long history of fieldwork. I have a bad feeling about this. Captain! Can I give any more details? My apologies. But it's difficult to explain. But still, my intuition is telling me that Mina's journey to recovery will be a long one. For the time being, we'll keep her vitals stable and treat symptoms as they present. Understood. I'll escort you to the remedial knight's main building. But wouldn't that be a bit dangerous for you? It wouldn't be my first time. Let's... Sensei? Captain, are you okay? Sorry, Hanae. A persistent ringing echoes in my ears. If you could please... I'm sorry. Is this better? Yes, thank you for your consideration. And Senna? Go ahead. You're correct. My current consciousness is only temporary. I shall be in your care for the foreseeable future, so thank you. I see. And Sensei, I must ask something of you before my time runs out. Ask me anything. Yes. I must thank you first, however. I only clawed my way out of the darkness, led by the light of your words. And now, my request. Please protect the everyday lives of the students here at Arius. I understand the request is both unexpected and unanticipated. However, I may ask it of you, for somewhere along the way, I'd begun to take it all for granted. The mundane routine of rising in the morning, donning his one uniform, attending class, participating in club activities, retiring to a dorm room. While mundane, trivial aspects of everyday life for us, they are precious moments to others. In reality, the stability afforded to those able to establish a daily routine is the result of the accumulation of many little miracles. That's a good way to put it. Pardon? You wish for me to travel to Arius? Yes, and your mission... I want you to help Sensei. We'll be there helping Arius students prep for an exam. Arius students? An exam? What does this all mean? Exactly as it sounds. I did hope to keep Sensei from physically attending Arius for the sake of their safety. I suppose I should have known that that's not in Sensei's nature. It matters not if their destination is the hell of the written of in the scripture. Sensei will always go to a student in need. Yes, I agree. And to my understanding, our objective is to secure Sensei's safety? Well, that is always of utmost importance. I have something more important to ask of you. I want you to provide aid to Arius, in whatever form they may need. I trust that you, of all people, understand what it is you are implying. I know, I've always had a certain manner about me that you disliked, Captain Mine. and in light of recent events, I hardly think you hold me in the highest regard. I don't come to you ignorant of this, which is why this is not an order from the Tea Party to the Remedial Knights. It is a humble request from Kirifuji Nagisa to Aomori Mine, because I'm certain that Arius is in need of your aid. Some would assert that Trinity has nowhere to offer their hand to Arius, and they would be correct. However, others still know that Aomori Mine does not allow such obstacles to stall her pursuit of what's right. I would not say I hold you in low regard, Kirifuji Nagisa. The Remedial Knights were the ones who abdicated their right to a seat at the Tea Party. We preferred to pursue our own justice, free of burden of the position's duties. In some ways, I'm grateful to you. However, I do not believe you and I can ever agree on method and manners. My apologies. I understand. Then, I shall make my way to Arius, claiming to follow a cry for help. 2024? Okay. 2025? I'm taking a day off, grinding my way to 90. Almost 1 year since starting. Damn. It's cool to see new players that are like really invested into the game though. Like that's really, I don't know the right word, I guess like heartwarming. Because it's so cool what this game like kind of teaches people. And I guess like just reading it in general is, I feel like people can find it really comforting. I don't know if that's probably like not what I wanted to convey, but you know, I kind of got the point across. What you've done here, Sensei, you're giving these students a glimpse of a life they were meant to have, and yet was cruelly taken from them. Things such as experiencing classes, studying with others, obsessing over trivial matters. These small daily routines of a student's life. Please. Protect them. Yes, I will. Thank you. Good night, Mine. Captain. She lost consciousness again. It's a good sign that she was at least temporarily able to wake up, however. It's an easy read with a good message. Yeah, it also feels really grandiose in a way as well, because we focus on so many clubs and characters, I guess, that it feels so cool, especially the build up to Volume F as well. I think it's super cool. It's really cute and it's funny as well. Yeah, and Saw emoji. Or perhaps it's rather a reflection of Mine's internal strength. Well then, Sensei, time is of the essence. Please take care. Thank you, Senna. They're gone. I hope Mine will be okay. I trust Senna. I see. Okay. So, Atsuko, is there anything more you can tell me? About what Arius knows about these trumpets? Not much, in a sense. We only know their names. Again, this is mere speculation, but they seem to be the beings we call the Angels of Revelation. But if somehow they were really the Angels of Revelation, then that would mean... yes. It's the beginning of the end of the world. Whoa. Arius Bacilla. You know, one of the things that really pulled me into this game, I don't know if I ever talked about this like ever, but definitely the vibrant art style that it has on the outside. Like when you first see it, it's really vibrant, it's cute. And then you look into the lore of the game, and it gets really deep and dark sometimes. Making us all gather at the Bacilla. This place hasn't really been used since that day. The Arius Bacilla. I heard when we got banished from the original chapel. We used this abandoned chapel building instead. that's when it got its name, the Bacilla. I don't think anyone's coming here since Madame disappeared. Madame? I don't really know. I wonder what this place is supposed to mean to us now. And why did Subaru want to meet here, of all places? Is everyone here? You all look uneasy. It's only natural. I'm right there with you. First, here's actually something I want to check, if that's okay with everyone. From what I've gathered, everyone here heard the voice recorded in the Book of Revelation from the scripture. Did anyone here not hear it? There's nothing wrong if you didn't, so it's okay to tell me. I see. No one. Okay. It seems like everyone could hear the voice. Still, I wouldn't say for certain that what we heard was an exact reading of the Book of Revelation. Why not? Everyone heard it? And it was booming from the sky. This is what's written in the Book of Revelation. As I watched, I heard an eagle that was flying midair call out in a loud voice. Whoa, whoa, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the trumpet blasts about to be sounded by the other three angels. What's confusing to me is the first part, the part about the eagle that was flying in midair. To keep an eye out, I didn't even see a bird, let alone an eagle. Are you students? Did I like accidentally like say something else? Or was that like a typo on Borka's end? I don't know. I kept an eye out, but I didn't even see a bird, let alone an eagle. What about all of you? Did anyone see anything like a bird? Okay, no one, I see. And there's one last thing that bothered me. The trumpet must blow 7 times, right? Yeah, I remember that too. And based on the voice we heard today... Oh no, I typoed. Wait, am I not seeing everyone's messages? Hold on. Oh shit, what the heck? What? Okay, there. I don't know why it's only showing top chat. I mean, all these students are malnourished. They'd hardly fit in their trip. Oh, what the heck? Chu is also here? Bro, how come some messages are being, like, skimmed over? That's so weird. Okay, I gotta make sure that live chat is on all the time, because I was only reading top chat, and then some messages would get filtered out. Okay, that's so weird. They released a page for the Magical Girls. It says Part 3 Arius on 31 March. Yes! Okay, I can schedule that then. Let's go. Let me check their Twitter right now. I'm so sorry if I didn't see some people's messages. That's so weird. And based on the voice we heard today, we should have heard 4 blows of the trumpet already, right? Yes, that's true. So that's also when Subaru is going to release, so I'm excited for that. Then again, I'm not ruling for Subaru because of FS. But I haven't heard a single blow of the trumpet so far. How about all of you? I heard it. I didn't hear it. You didn't? But it was so loud. I told you already. You're probably hearing things. But everyone heard that voice. Now, I understand. In that case, everyone, I promise there's no deeper meaning behind this. So please don't read in what we're about to do. Nobody panic or worry. Can those who heard the trumpet move to the left, and those who didn't hear the trumpet to the right? Okay. There's like a divide in who can hear it and who can't. There are clearly fewer people who heard the trumpet. Huh? I think there's one more thing they have in common on top of that. Okay, great. Thank you. Based on everything I've seen so far, I think I have a working theory about this phenomenon we've all experienced. First, I think we need to head to Porta Pacus to investigate further. Porta Pacus? Pacis? Is she serious? Yeah, I can finally see chat messages now. Cause I was on top chat, I don't know why. Subaru is always serious, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. But even Madame forbade us from entering there. Madame isn't there anymore. And it's not like everything Madame said was right. This is true. Still, I know everyone's feeling really anxious right now. We have to find out what happened. And Porta Passus is the only place in Arius will find any answers. Okay, I'm assuming this is Latin. I want to translate this to make sure I'm like reading this right. It's Patches. Okay, Porta Patches. Alright. You guys probably couldn't hear that audio, but I just used like translate to figure out how to say that. This. Oh, is the only place in Arius where we'll find any answers. Almost the entirety of Arius' history and countless interpretations of the scripture have been preserved there. It'll have what we need. But you have to be careful entering Porta Patches. Yes. If those who are unworthy, insincere, or unfaithful to try to enter, they'll find themselves lost, cursed to wander Arius aimlessly for the rest of eternity. But still, we need to understand this phenomenon and what it means for us. After all, Arius, it's always been a place where the paranormal, the things that all technology and Convodas could never explain, have happened. We're like the immoral cowards of Trinity, who tried to bury the shame deep into the past. They hid from the truth, hid from us by erasing us from history. And this is just speculation, but the events from the Book of Revelation may have manifested because of those Trinity students. And Shale Sensei. Sensei too? I can understand Trinity, but Sensei, didn't they seem like a good person? I know what you're saying. Even I agree that deep down, Sensei is a good person. But intention and impact aren't necessarily the same thing. You and I, we've lived that harsh reality our whole lives. And in the end, Trinity has returned to Arius, and it's because those remedial knights decided to do as they pleased. It was after they came that the Book of Revelation manifested, didn't it? And who was the one who opened Arius' doors to Trinity? Wasn't it Sensei? It's no far stretch to say that Trinity, and therefore Sensei, is the cause of this incident. That's true. Even if Sensei didn't bother with us studying and tests, we would have been totally fine on our own. I mean, what's even the point of studying? You're just putting yourself through something hard and boring for no good reason. I can't think of a bigger waste of time. It's not like we have other things to do with that time, but still. This is the group that didn't hear the trumpets. But I don't think studying was half bad. Yeah, we got to learn more about the outside world. I liked it better than learning different torture methods. Admittedly, I didn't really understand anything we were studying. Seriously, they were actually so boring and tedious. It was hard to stay awake, but I still liked it. I liked the fact that I could talk about my thoughts and that someone would listen to me. That's kind of sweet. This is the group that heard the trumpet. This is kind of... No. No, I'll wait and see. For now... Everyone, what happens if the angels blow their trumpet 7 times? That's... Could it be? Oh, wait. This is what someone was mentioning, like, all the way back at the beginning of the stream. What the heck? It's probably related to that, then. Doesn't the Book of Revelation say that we studied the Book of Revelation the most? That means the destruction of Arius? That's correct. According to the scripture, 7 blows of the trumpet signal the end of the world. And Arius is where it will all begin. I guess next up would be the 7 angels pouring out 7 bowls. But what should we do? Yeah, maybe it's not too late. We have to purify Arius. Purify? What is that? Oh, she's right. Sensei, the squad, everyone. We have to chase them out. Then what about studying the test? That's what you're worried about right now? You're on that side? What about us? Who cares about the other people? Exactly. Keeping that in mind, I want to know what you want. That's why I asked us to meet here at the Arius Basilica after all this time. Those of us who were banished were forced in this false chapel. Then it was further desecrated by the Madame. But still, the chapel is Arius' chapel. Our chapel. Let's get back to our Arius. They said there are 3 more trumpet blows left, right? We didn't actually hear them. Well, it won't happen anymore once we purify everything. There's nothing to worry about. But I've been reviewing really hard. That's it? We're done after just 1 day of classes? That's so... What I miss? A lot of discussion. Basically, I was just talking about, just the lore. With chat. That's it. And then the story, I've just been reading on my own. But maybe not all of this is because of Trinity and Sensei? What? What? Who said that? Isn't she... Could you elaborate? Well, this is just what I think, but... How do we even know everything will come true exactly as the Book of Revelation says? I wonder what the end of the world looks like to Subaru. Yeah, me too. Yeah, whenever I think of the end of the world, I always think of like the ending scene, or like I guess like the ending sequence of Howl's Moving Castle. It's like the only Ghibli movie I've watched. I don't know, that just seems so cool to me. I don't know if cool is the right term to use. I like thematic fire and thematic blood. How will we know everything will come true exactly as the Book of Revelation says? What's wrong with her? Blasphemy! What makes you say that? Well, there was no eagle, and each blow of the trumpet was supposed to signal a new disaster, but nothing happened. Don't screw around with me! Trinity setting their foot on here was a disaster. And that's Sensei too. Same with the squad. Yeah, the squad too. Me, I actually hate the squad the most, even more than Trinity. Yeah, they throw their weight around, acting like they're smarter than us. They're the ones who ran away from Arius, who abandoned us. They could have done it. They're more than capable. The squad would have had no problem leading us at all. Would you pull the next banner? The magical girls? Yeah. I'm gonna pull for Reza. And Tsuzumi if I have enough pyros. But I don't have enough for Pity right now. Or Spark. So it's kind of GG for me. And I really want to save for K. That's all. That's the rundown. Why did Saudi leave? Why did you leave us? Why? Why did you run away from us? We all really looked up to you. What did you mean everything's too empty? You were one of us. You lived this with us. How could you go find salvation without us? When I look around, I start to think, is this really okay? Is it really okay to live like this? What's the rest of my life going to look like? The thing is, me too, all of us. We all wanted a different life for ourselves. But that's impossible now. No, it's not. What? We could do it, surely. No, maybe. How? Well, I guess we could ask Sensei. I don't really know, but Sensei knows lots of things that we don't. This part's so sad. I agree. Sensei. Again? Sensei this, Sensei that? I'm sick of it. You think Sensei is some sort of god? You think everything's gonna work out and we'll find heaven if we just trust and follow that person? That's impossible. You know, while we're on topic, you seem awfully keen on those outsiders. Well, because she went outside and came back. She must have been brainwashed over there. Arius' suffering is nothing new to them. And yet, what has Sensei done during this time? What has Trinity done to help us? Trinity? We wouldn't even be here if Trinity hadn't left us to rot hundreds of years ago. No wonder Subaru wants to reopen Port Apaches. Subaru, are you seriously gonna let her talk like that? Subaru, you're on our side, right? You protect Arius, right? Prove it to us, Subaru. Hold on. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. X. X4, X5, X6. Proof, 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 proof. Subaru. That's in it. I'm not. No, I'm really not. You said you protect the nest, right? Can I ask you one thing? Yes? Sure. Did you hear the trumpet? Yes. I see. I'm sorry. Maya, Subaru, I'm sorry. I won't do it ever again. I'll never speak again. I'll listen to anything. I won't ever talk about classes or studying or even wanting to do anything. I don't know what came over me. They brainwashed me outside, I swear. I'm okay now. I'm okay. So please, I'll never do it again. Everyone, please escort Sister Maya outside of the basilica. What? She's to never to return to this place. I'll be right behind you. Understood. What? No, Subaru. Okay. Okay. So, Subaru is part of the group that didn't hear the trumpet, and Maya is part of the group that did hear the trumpet. And from my understanding, those group of people that heard the trumpet were eager to learn and liked learning. But those that didn't hear the trumpet are rebelling. So, yeah. Maya became one of my favorites. She's cute. I like her. I like her so far. To become one of my favorites though, I don't know. I don't think so. I already know my type. It's sad. Um, actually, oh, okay, wait. I'm gonna do a restroom break right after I finish this episode. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. You're right. The way I was thinking, everything was wrong. So please, Subaru. Everyone. Me too. It's okay now. You can head back first. Understood. Don't abandon me. Oh. Subaru. It's so sad. Okay, I'm gonna go for a quick bathroom break. And I also want you guys to see something. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I actually have like a new overlay for everything if you want to see it. Because okay, I'm about to transition to the BRB screen and you're gonna like see it. There you go. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Was Hope one of the disasters? I don't think. They said, if you're talking about what they said in Arius, I think it was Sensei the Squad. And who else? Oh yeah, Trinity. Yep, alright, I can't find a transcript. Yeah, I know, same. Like, I was wondering if there's a transcript at all for this game. But then apparently not. I really hope there's like some like really dedicated person that can can try and transcribe all the story. But yeah, I've literally seen nothing about it. I'm part of like a translation group that transcribes like stuff for stories, but yeah, I don't think they do. They only done stuff for like JP transcription and translation. I hope someone does that so you could just like look back at like any dialogue without having to open the game or read the story. Right. Lost Child, episode 6. Time to lock in again. They do? Wait, really? You're kidding. I swear I've never seen it. I thought it was only for like Bond stories. I swear. Wait, let me go to like volume 1. Volume 1, let me go to... Where do you even find that? Okay, if you could send me it on like Discord or Twitter, then go ahead. My Discord is Fuyu Yui. Or Twitter, it's linked in the description. Really? What? I thought it was only like the Bond story. I've only ever seen like the transcribed Bond stories. That's awesome to know. Wiki main story? Like, you could see all the dialogue as well. If I go here, there's like no... Unless it's like... case sensitive? Oh, it is, okay. So if I go here... Where do I go after this? Like, press volume 1? Because on this wiki, I've only ever seen summaries. I know which wiki you're talking about. I know there's like the fandom one, and then there's like the The one with the dot wiki. Because on this one, I've literally only seen summaries of, and like not dialogue. Okay, where the heck is this? Well, where do I click though? That's the thing. Decogrammaton. Where do I click to see the transcript though? That's the thing. Here, I'll continue reading. Well, my delay catches up. Good work, everyone. Today was really something. It really was. Despite that, all of you seem to be taking it in stride. Well, life on the run wasn't exactly a walk in the park. We've all grown so strong. Share screen? Yeah, hold up. Just add this. There. Alright, so I'm on this, right? And there's like no links for this. Let's click on the volume. Is it like this? Oh, what? Wait, what? Wait, so if I just like click... Yeah, because I've only ever seen this. Wait, if I go back here and then I go to this thing, it has like the whole... What the heck? Then volume 1. Oh, wait, so if you click on these... I have literally never seen that before, bro. I think I was just too... I thought it was just like... I didn't think it was... like linked text. I didn't know it was like hyperlinked at all. What the heck? But that is actually so useful. Yeah, I did not know that. That's so cool. Yeah, I never realized there were links. I thought it was just I didn't realize they were hyperlinked. I thought it was just like bold text. This is what I was talking about. I was like, I've only ever seen these little summaries. Wait, that's actually super cool. This is actually super useful now, because every time I would have to go back and like read the story, and I would not like remember anything. Get a few with the... I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know there was like actually you could actually click on it. Like, I've never hovered my mouse over this. Like, I'm pretty sure. I use this wiki a lot. You know, thank you though. Thank you for showing me this. If I never had this conversation, then I probably would have never figured it out, or like found that out at all. I'm gonna save this though. I'm gonna bookmark this right now. Alright, let's continue. It wasn't because I wanted to, alright? What? People usually grow the most when they have to, not because they want to? You're always annoyingly right. But once we're done here, we have to go back to being on the lam, don't we? Hiyori? Nothing. I'm happy regardless. But still, something is... maybe I'm just having these weird thoughts because we haven't been back here in a while. No, Hiyori, it's not weird at all. When it comes to you and all Arius, you all and Arius, I bear the responsibility for my negligence. You discover lifeline? I know, I swear. That is so useful, man. What are you saying? Sensei? I like how half the stream has just been discussion as well. I think half the stream has... No, I think like 70% of the stream has been discussion and like 30% has been reading. You know, Sensei, please don't feel that everything must rest on your shoulders. We're responsible for the choices we made, and it's our responsibility to carry it ourselves. I wish the content of the voice dramas were covered more intensively though. We're this close to discovering the work of LeBron, I swear. Like, what do you mean the voice trauma is like the text? I like that Atsuko mentions this. But for now, let's focus on what we can do right now. We can figure out something out together. First, I'd like to address Mina's request. Daily life, she said. Yes, daily life in Arius. Well, daily life she described is the complete opposite of Arius' reality. Right. All these things these students experienced since we've gotten here were brand new. Taking classes, studying, field trips, they even saw straws that could filter water, and types of medical supplies they didn't even know existed. These aren't just emergency supplies to them. The students received blankets with reliable insulation for once, not the scraps of fabric they usually use. And even the nutrition kits they bought are foreign to Arius. I see. What are considered the trivialities of life for one can also be miracles for another. Mina requested to be protected, yes? Having a daily routine, feeling secure in tomorrow, the growth that comes with such a life. It's all surprisingly hard to come by. You're right, Misaki. That's where I need to do better as a teacher. But I really don't want to study more. Shame, it's your duty as a student! You totally just sounded like a teacher just now. Ah, right, you are a teacher, aren't you? Alright, it can't be helped. What I'm going to do next is a student's worst nightmare. What is that? I'm sending out a mass text through Momotalk and announcing that class is still on tomorrow. You're cruel, Sensei. People grow and get stronger by pushing themselves to do things they don't want to? What does Sensei not use a gun? Sensei wouldn't shoot a student. This is true. I feel like that eliminates the purpose, I guess, of what we've built so far as Sensei though. I think as the writers wanted to convey is that Sensei's power lies in his or their words and I guess, yeah, personality and how they portray themselves. In Kizuna Dialogue 7, you should follow Yuka around as she does some of her audits. One of the clubs visited is Millennium's Baseball Club. His aura, yeah. Kizuna, is that an event? I could totally be wrong. People grow. Okay, wait, I just read this. They say the same thing in Arius, although our version is a bit darker. I remember that. Personally, I prefer Sensei's version of class over Arius. Of course, I can only speak for myself. I'm sure Misaki would disagree with me, right? I never said that. Why are you guys always like this when it comes to me? It's a series of character song that comes with a voice trauma. Is there voice trauma? Wait. Of a character song that comes with a voice trauma. Oh, is it like exclusive to like the discs that you can purchase? I'm pretty sure that's what you mean, right? Huh? A moment talk. Although it was hectic, thank you for your hard work today. Class will continue, as scheduled, tomorrow morning. We strongly urge all students to attend and to participate. Are you kidding me right now? Do they not understand how dire the situation is? Is Suber back yet? We need to tell her about this. The other series is Station Ensemble, which is more of a group song and a voice drama focused on each of the clubs. Wait, I've never heard of that. I feel like something I haven't really delved into is all the character songs uh and mainly the outside content. Youth Ensemble. Wait. So these are character songs, but I've seen these covers definitely on the live streams. So you're saying that they also come with voice dramas with the characters pairing with the CD. I think that's pretty cool. I've like never heard about that though. But there's like 12 volumes already. Holy shit. Wait. Oh, there's like 16. Oh, they're like already linked on the wiki as well. Here, I'll link it right now. I don't wait. There's probably like the other wiki link. Yeah, I can only find it here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've never looked into this myself. I mean, the only reason I haven't looked into it is just because it's in JP. It's like primarily in JP, and I can't. And my proficiency is totally not good enough. Ah, Subaru, you're here. Sensei just sent out this announcement to everyone, and it said, "I'm aware." Oh, you are? I see. Well, that's good. I just deleted it. Don't bother yourself with it. Don't bother. Deleted it? Is there a problem? Not at all. Well then, it's getting late. Let's get back and get some rest. We're just going to go to bed? I mean, it is late, but what about Sensei? They don't know anything about us. They still think they have the right to boss us around like this. And the squad too. Shouldn't we like, I don't know, send in a complaint? Oh, and Maya too. I know she can't come back, but shouldn't we at least get her a blanket so she doesn't freeze? I'm really not in the mood to repeat myself. Subaru? First time hearing of this? I've only seen the character songs, but I assume they're only character songs. Hearing about the station ensemble is like a first though. Huh? Go. Sleep. Understood? Understood. Good night, Subaru. You guys, random thought, but I'm really craving tacos right now. I don't know why. Maybe I'll just sleep in the Vasilla today. I can still feel it, even here. That feeling I'll never fall asleep again, even if I die. Maya. Oh, what? I just didn't read that. Oops, sorry. What should I do now? Just like this. Like this. I want to disappear. This is... class tomorrow? Even now? Sensei, seriously. It's perfect. Let's start with picking up the chairs. Look, there's even a podium and a blackboard. It's okay. That's why they call the first week syllabus week. It's just a quick overview, then attendance, and then attendance. I want to go. I want to go to Sensei. I'd been staring at the ceiling, the events of the day running through my mind. The Book of Revelation, the blow of the trumpet angels. I cycle through them again and again. Who is that? Hiyori? Misaki? Maya, are you okay? Sensei? I'm really, really sorry. But could I sleep here just for tonight? Please. I'll be gone in the morning and I'll never bother you again, I promise. Welcome in. Were you crying? Let's wash your face. You're soaked all the way through. I'm fine, but I think Maya's jacket is so cute. I did my best to wipe down her face with tissues and bottled water. Oh my god, bro. She's like, daughter. Maya immediately started to lap at the water. So we got her every variety of drink we had. At first, I wanted to ask her what happened, but after thinking about it... Okay, let's get some rest for now. You can use the sleeping bag. Huh? But isn't this yours? No, I shouldn't worry about it? There's an extra foil blanket in the emergency kit? No, that's not right. I'll use the foil blanket instead. What? If I keep on insisting, you'll sleep outside with without a blanket? That's even worse. Okay, then. Thank you, Sensei. Am I hungry? I'm okay. I'm totally fine. Better voice acting than my group? If you're talking about me... Bro, my voice is so shot right now, I'm trying my best. But if that was directed towards me, then thank you. Yeah, I knew you'd say that. I'm so sorry. Eat slowly, or you'll hurt your stomach. But this is good. Yeah, really good. All done? Yes, I'm feeling full now. I should get some rest then? Sensei? Are you not going to ask me what happened? Let's get some rest so I can. Man, I am beat! I'm sorry. Because of me. I'm sorry. What? You'll flick my forehead if I don't stop? Everything's okay, so don't say anything and get some rest for now. I can figure out what I want to do tomorrow. Dude, Maya's so cute, bro. I feel like, dude, she's like one of those types you just gotta take care of. Maya's daughter material, yeah. Sensei needs to airdrop more of those bars. I'll hop off now. Good night, that one planet. Thank you for stopping by. You're really okay with me staying here? I feel like I can't really think of must protect characters, but Maya has to definitely be up there. Or if your shot voice is like this, I fear to know what it sounds like when you're fine. Right now, when I just started stream, my voice was shot. And I still sound shot. And it's like 2 in the morning, so I have to keep my voice down. If I really wanted to go all in this, I would, but then you guys probably want to get a stream for like a month. Yeah. Yeah, and if you want to talk, you can. We're not in any rush. Yeah. Since my voice, I usually keep my voice low. Since I don't really like scream a lot. Which is really surprising because, this is a bit off topic, but I've gone to karaoke various times with my friends, and I can metal scream. Of course, I cannot do it right now. But they were really surprised when they heard I could death metal scream. I would pull up a recording right now, but this stream is focused on something else. Maybe I'll do it in like the next stream, which will probably be in like 2 days' time. But yeah, I would totally adopt Maya as well. She's so cute, man. If I recall, I don't know if they got merch of Maya at all. Because I know they have merch at Subaru, like back in November in Japan. But yeah. I don't know if Maya has merch. Even though she's like not a playable character. Yet. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. Ugh. Maya must have been exhausted. Because it didn't take long for her to fall asleep. She was restless all night, clearly plagued by a bad dream. But I thought I could at least do this much. Is everyone here? Yes. Well then, from now on, our destination is Porta Patches. Yes, Subaru. Is this really okay? It's so early. I guess that's why she told us to go to bed yesterday. But the sun isn't even up, and it looks like we're really going to Porta Patches. That means Sensei's class will probably... But what if we don't find what we're looking for there? Shh, she'll hear us. Is there a problem? No, not at all. Therefore, keep watch. Because you do not know the day or the hour. You okay, segment? Okay, wait, let me try to find it right now. I'm gonna... Because my friend sent me the video, like, probably like a few months back. I did karaoke super long ago, in 2024 on Twitch. And that's it. That's literally it. That's all I've done. I did it with a few friends, and yeah. That's when I was like streaming like Shinova. Hold up, where's my DMs with my friend? Right here. Yeah, that was me. That's it. That's all I'm showing there. You could hear that screen, yeah. I don't plan on streaming on Twitch anymore. Uh, just because I think I like YouTube a lot more into streaming, but that's really it. I was planning on building up my Twitch like a while ago, but nah, I'm not for that right now. So Maya gets to sleep with Sensei, but not Saudi. I know, right? Sensei bias. I mean, dude, when you see Maya, I would let her, bro. Like, I would let her just like cuddle up, bro, and like pat her on the head. She's actually just daughter material. Saudi wanted more than just a sleeping bag. Did no one come? Considering career change to death metal screamer sounded nice. I don't know, man. I recently figured it out last year, so I don't know. Doing vocals for something would be kind of nice. It's just my walls are so thin that I'd have to do it in like my closet or something. But then again, I literally only do it at karaoke, and that's it. Sensei, I believe this is what they called an unexplained absence. Yeah, and a group one on top of that. There's nothing more unpredictable than high school girls, but still. What should we do, Sensei? It's been too long since we left Arius. We're unlikely to be able to scroll out any of their hiding spots. You intend to call Subaru? Understood, Sensei. She's not picking up? I get that people might like my educational policies, but Amastache is a bit... Oh my... Dude, every time I see her... Oh my god. She's always doing those like little puppy eyes, I swear. Sensei, I probably know where they are. You do, Maya? They're all probably on their way to Porta Patches. Porta Patches 1. What is that? Well, I don't actually know either. It's a building here in Arius. I think it's really, really old, but that's pretty much it. The squad might know, though. All I know is that it means Gate of Peace, and that its doors are to never be opened. Yes, Arius had a revolving door of leaders during its long history of civil wars. Despite that, every faction respected the law to never approach Porta Patches. Thinking about it now, I wonder what matter of things could possibly be hidden in there. All these people who hated each other were able to agree on just this one subject. We were too focused on survival to think about things like that then. They always told us first years that it wasn't our business to not go snooping. I've only heard rumors, but one says that there are secrets of Arius' past buried in there. Ones that no one is meant to know. About Arius' past? But I've heard all about the history of Arius from my seniors. Yes, but what you heard was Trinity's records. But because publicly, that's all that's known. We never had the chance to inspect them ourselves, but we grew up learning that everything written in Trinity's public records is nonsense. Like how the excommunication was inevitable once Arius escalated to violence at the council. Arius had no one to blame but ourselves for exile, on and on. They say history is written by the victors, and that rings especially true here. Atsuko? Yes, Sensei? Do I have something to say? If I may ask, Sensei, do you know any students well versed in the darker aspects of history between Trinity and Arius? That's impossible, Atsuko. How would they know any better? No, it's always possible. Because no matter where you look, you always find those who pursue and preserve the truth. Trinity's library committee, yeah, the only person I can think of is Ui. Since when do you know of the library committee? I don't know much about the students themselves, but I've heard of them, at least. I've also heard that their president is quite an impressive in personality, amongst other things. She's not wrong. Oh, we never received that kind of intel. I wonder. I like this Atsuko face. Perhaps it is simply the privilege of my royal lineage. That's Arhime. Right, usually someone like me shouldn't even be looking at the princess. No, that's not me anymore. I'm Atsuko. Huh? What? We're first years, aren't we, Maya? I keep forgetting that Atsuko is a first year. That's true, but still. Let's practice. Atsuko. Atsuko. Yes, good job. Here, a handshake. Yeah. Atsuko had secrets of her own she had to keep. It's an inevitable side of her position and status. She was inherently entitled to a higher level intel. So that's why you didn't tell us about them. Atsuko and my interaction so peak. So cute, man. Yes, I apologize. At the time, if I had spoken too carelessly, it would have been our lives on the line. And after we left Arius, what was the point? Yes, but now it does matter. I get it, Atsuko. I'll try reaching out to Ui. Ui, so that's one. Am I some kind of handy encyclopedia to you? She's scary, so scary. Whoa, she's scary. So scary. You're scared too, Hiyori? I didn't think the squad member is scared of anything. But there are so many things to be scared of in the world. I agree, Hiyori. Sorry, I'm really sorry. How about 20 coupons for an Americano? We're white and Mason. President, do not accept that offer. This is an opportunity to repay Sensei for all they've done for us, not squeeze them for caffeinated drinks. But if you even think about it, I'll drag you on a business trip all the way to Sensei's location. She truly lives up to her reputation. I'm sorry. That's just how Ui is. Dude, I like Ui. I don't know if you guys have seen the face, but I like the face for Ui. Looks like really perverted. she looks like she's doing like a like kind of face. Hiyori and my interaction is perfect. I know, right? They would both like have the perfect chemistry together, which they literally did. Hello, Ui, Shimiko. I'm Hakari Atsuko from Arius Satellite School. Nice to meet you. Jomae Sari. Yamashina Misaki. I'm Tsushinagi Hiyori. Hehehe. I heard Trinity's old library is a renowned library in Kibodos. You also have things like past issues of magazines? Yes, Hiyori. We do have a lot of electronic copies of magazines for record-keeping purposes. Would you like me to deliver some through Sensei? Really? Thank you, but I don't have anything to offer in return. It's okay. Anyone who appreciates the persevering importance of the pointed medium is our ally. Wow, I'm so glad to be alive. Excuse me for my late introduction. I'm Endo Shimiko. What? I need to introduce myself too. I'm Tatsigi Maya. Nice to meet you. You know, think about it. In like a day, we're about to get that in like crazy Shimiko alt that literally like broke the internet for like 2 weeks. If you know what that looks like. President? Well, I'm Koseki Ui. Moving on to the topic at hand. You read about our current situation on Momotalk, right? Yes, we investigated every avenue available, and I believe we were able to find what you wanted, Sensei. You found them? But, of course, these are classified as banned books in Trinity. I can understand why some of these resources shouldn't be made available to the public, but it's all because of the Tea Party and Sisterhood's stubbornness. Their handling of this has been so egregious that it's making them look suspect. But we're Trinity's library committee and keepers of the old library on top of that. We were able to find most of what you needed. Of course, our information on other academies may not be completely accurate. Even that is just another manifestation of Trinity's past. Those authoritative scum always want to twist the narrative to their advantage. So they lie and cover things up and use more lies to hide their tracks. Yeah, it's this face I was talking about. I like this face, bro. But in this case... Can you tell us what you know, Ui? I'm asking someone who was once called the royal blood of Arius. Royal blood? You? Yes, she's telling the truth. I was going to tell you everything I knew regardless, just so you know. But since Sensei is vouching for you as well, there's really no need to hold back. Porta Patches was originally intended to be used exactly as its name suggests. I could like see Ui like putting on her glasses. Like the nerd glasses. Yes, it was going to be to get a piece. And it was built when Arius Satellite School was first split off from Trinity General School. Surprisingly, back then, both Trinity and Arius thought this conflict would be peacefully resolved. However, that wasn't the case at all, yes? Yes. Well, even our records get a little blurry when it comes to that time in history. There's a saying that the true horror of power lies not in recording things, but not in recording things at all. So we weren't sure about this part. It's rather inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but I will summarize briefly. The endless civil war in Arius had begun with a dispute over the completion of Porta Patches. Wasn't it the Gate of Peace? What's the opposite? That's the opposite of what it stands for, isn't it? Am I allowed to be here right now? Oh, I wish I could have screenshotted that. That's so awesome. Smug, sinister, conniving Ui. I know. Dude, as I said before, bro. Her face, bro. She looks so perverted. It's so funny. You'd be surprised at how often monuments like these become divisive symbols. There are inherent limitations to the concept of symbols, just like this one. People tend to rebel when they feel something is being forced upon them. Yeah, there are people who thought the Gate of Peace was a farce. But there were also others that said that it didn't matter if it didn't bring out the peace. It symbolized the belief that peace would eventually come. There was one belief at the core of each side that any negotiations with Trinity would be impossible, and that negotiations were the only way forward. And so, civil war. Yes, that anger had been directed outwards, began to turn inwards. That should sum up what you need to know. It happened too long ago, and it was too violent of a time for Arius to possess any proper records either. With the seed of anger that was planted then, it has passed down from generation to generation. A seething hatred towards Trinity, and an even greater hatred towards ourselves. In the present, it's simply a story from our history books. People are being capable of empathy, after all. As we've evolved, we've reached a point where we're able to empathize with others. And we're able to apply that same empathy when studying history. We can understand emotions and perspectives from those times still. You know, this is a bit off topic, but bro, I feel like Shimiko is so underappreciated sometimes, bro. I also feel like her outfit is like just like in the little bit slightest of lewd that I feel like she could have been a bit more popular, especially with her like twin tails and everything, and her like kind of fashion. I think she could have been more popular if she was put out there a bit more. You can understand the emotions and perspectives of the people from those times still. Yes, that's exactly how anger festering in Arius has continued to pass down. The faction against the Porta Patches is a symbol of peace, was the first to emerge victorious during the Long War. They decided to construct a massive underground archive and create and set guidelines for Arius. There was an archive under Porta Patches? Yes, and that archive is a record of everything that has ever happened in Arius. It sounds just like the Trinity Library. Recording something for the future to one day see is something like humanity's instinct. It's like a universal desire. Yes, so the archive of Porta Patches served as a library and archive for Arius. However, if my knowledge is correct, the party that held power in Arius about 150 years ago designated Porta Patches and its archive as restricted. Why? No one knows, I only have my own speculations. Perhaps it's because they couldn't handle it anymore. All the stories that kept piling up, and the dark emotions linked to them. I see, I might understand a little. Momentarily possessed by the spirit of I. Like, get down on your knees. Like, I'm like gonna get down on my knees and like bow down for like all the work that Ayami Sensei has done for Shimiko. Someone mobilizes a group of agitators to seize power, and then eliminates them as soon as they get what they want. Is that really how the outside world works? I'm scared, Yuri, I'm scared. Me too, I'm losing my strength to live on. But Shimiko said she'll send us copies of magazines, so I'll try to hold on to hope a little longer. I mean, the same thing happened in Arius too. I see, so Arius' history was passed down by oral tradition after that. Yeah, however, Arius' ruling power changed hands constantly until Beatrice took control. Which is why each of them restricted access to Porta Patches. You finally said her name. Yes, I think it's about time I should. But there were definitely side effects of passing down history orally. But it's simply, everyone's story was slightly different. That's how it usually goes without written records. Some things get exaggerated, some things get lost, some things get distorted by emotions. The history of Arius, we're taught, is probably a very distorted version of the truth. Yes, I don't believe anyone would find anything groundbreaking from releasing the records in Porta Patches either. In fact, reviewing the records may become the first step to normalizing Arius. But then, what does Subaru want there? Subaru probably knew something. Although I cannot say what the exact process was, after Beatrice disappeared, Arius was warped into a place where the rules of reality were twisted. Anything was possible. That's true, which is why, until Subaru regained order, this place was... Now, don't cry. I'm going to tell you something now. Something only I know. Although, I suppose Subaru likely knows of it now as well. What is it? It's the mystery of Arius, hidden in Porta Patches. Boom. Porta Patches 2. I really like the... I don't know. For some reason, Volume 6 feels so unreal to me. I really like the dichotomy of Atsuko not speaking at all, or like barely speaking in in Volume 3. to her, like being able to describe things so like articulately. Mystery. Seriously. Are we summoning ghosts next? Some vengeful spirits? President. I've never heard of this. You wouldn't have. Honestly, I believed it to be nothing but a myth or legend at first. She was great in Seaside. Yeah, I loved Atsuko. I also recently read her Bond stories on my own. So. Yeah, she's adorable. She's in my top 10. I haven't spoken of this to anybody. However, just before eating treaty, Beatrice was sent to Porta-Pacis, or went to the Porta-Pacis archive. Archive? The blue art? I was the only one she told her this. Eh? But no one was allowed to go in there. You think Beatrice cared? That's true. See what the toxic mom of the picture? Child no longer has to hide her thoughts, perhaps. Yeah, that's true. Goes my top 3, Misaki and my in the spot. I gotta tell you're an Arius fan, especially by your username. Then could it be that the Saint Justina cancels Mises manifest because perhaps we'll likely never know. You know what I hope we get? I hope we get like a sprite with Atsuko's jacket off, because I know she wears a dress under it. You know, like one of my favorite PVs is the Atsuko CN PV. This one. I'll show my screen. Hold up, I don't think it's registered. You know what, I'll just do this. Dude, this is so beautiful.
この花植え替えても良さそうだし、少し持って行ってもいいかな。覚えてるよ。先生が教えてくれた花言葉。まずは喜び。これは日和に。次に希望。これは岬に。それから幸せ。これはいつか直接さっちゃんに。それからあとは先生に。これは今日のさよならの代わり。花言葉は
I love this. Okay, let's get back on track. Or the stream's gonna be like 4 hours. Hanakana's voice for Atsuko is so soothing. I'm so glad they chose her. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna get off topic anymore. For now. I just want to say I love Atsuko. That's all I want to say. You guys should definitely check out that CNPV. It's it is probably my favorite. Even though we have like a Kazusa and like Kikyo PV, I know they're like my favorite, like my Tatsu students. But dude, Atsuko's one is just so ethereal, man. I expected the game for me to love characters so strong. Same man. This is why I love this game, man. I could never like this. I can't really put my feelings into words, but yeah, all I want to say is that I love this game and I don't want to get off track right now. At most, I think we could say they're likely related in one way or another. Okay, yeah. And as you all know, the appearance of the strange phenomena had also began to increase across Arius. Yes, I remember there were suddenly lots of new things I'd never seen before, and we had lots and lots of weapons. We didn't think that much of it, I guess. I guess we just thought that adults are different from us, and adults are incredible. But the begin to increase part is more important here. Does that mean... Yeah. Although rare, strange occurrences have always happened here in Arius. Sure, every school has their ghost stories, but with Arius, it was on a different level. It wasn't until I left Arius I realized the number of occurrences here wasn't normal. Why are they happening here? I can't say exactly why. However, I believe this place simply ended up like that. It was always something in Arius. Lament, grudge, resentment, rage, resignation. They all gather here to fester. They say that a strong enough desire or resolve will manifest itself in some form or another. But isn't that just a metaphor? But we've already seen them. Like the Saint Justina Council and Barbara, no? We did, but I thought that was just Madame's Beatrice's doing. Maybe I was averting my eyes to it, the other side of Arius' truth. I can't say anything for certain, however, sometimes I can't help but be afraid. That swirling mass of negative emotions, just what could be lying beneath them? Again, going a bit off topic, I want to say that I would really love a JP voice. Like, you know how KR and CN have like fully voiced stories? I would really love a fully voiced JP story, but I know that is only going to be my dreams because I know Japanese voice actors are hella expensive. What a field trip to Arius? That would be really good for Wild Hunt students because I know what I found about last year is that they're like super restricted. I think they'd love it actually, just like exploring the place. Especially the occult club. That swirling mass of negative emotions, just what could be lying beneath them? Just imagining it terrifies me. Let's talk about the Book of Revelation, everyone. Since, in any case, that seems to be the core of events taking place in Arius right now. Yes, thank you, Simiko. Of course, Atsuko. The Book of Revelation is the last chapter of the scripture that has been passed down in both Trinity and Arius. After all, the scriptures in both academies are the same. The two may have diverged due to differences in interpretation, but the source remained one and the same. However, in Trinity, the Book of Revelation is used as a reference text, kind of. A book of ethical lessons, advice, proverbs, that's all. Arius' research and interest in the Book of Revelation were much more intense. They were interested in the end of the world as discussed in the Revelation. Does that mean, one way or another, Arius' leadership wanted to bring about the end of the world? I'll be honest, Sensei, that's exactly it. Misaki? What's with that reaction? Am I lying? And this is Sensei we're talking to. I can understand. A neglected child will set fire to the village, just to feel the warmth of the flames. To someone who has nothing left to lose, the end of the world might even feel like salvation. Because at the very least, that would make them feel like their feelings are fair. They say that for an individual, their death and the end of the world are ultimately the same thing, right? Well, then basically got authoritarian state security, I swear, man. And I think it's more than plausible for someone to see it the other way around some point. You know, it was really surprising to see that just for like a school that that indulges in creative activity. I get like you want to be strict with some stuff, but like, come on, man. that's literally like in terms of like today's world, that is definitely like authoritarian state security right now, bro. Then Like, it's bordering it, at least. Like, in terms... Yeah, okay. You get my point. You can get into Wild Hunt with napalm but not a pineapple? I swear. This is like the type of bullshit they're cooking up there. The thing is, I still need a Wild Hunt student, man. I still haven't unlocked the lessons tab for Wild Hunt. And I didn't roll on the recent banner. Nor did I on the other ones. Thinking about it, I should have rolled for Kanoe, because I like Kanoe a lot. I know I was like shrimping for Eri when she first released. I'm like, she's cool. I really like her personality, but I think I like Kanoe more. Then I think it's more plausible than for someone to see it the other way around at some point. Yes, it's dangerous when people tunnel vision. They tend to confuse means and goals. In the Book of Revelation, a group of 7 angels appear 3 times. We call them the Angels of Revelation. Kanoe the Pale Goth. Yeah, I like her style. But in terms of the other group, I think I like Mio a lot. I think a lot of people really do like Mio, but I like her a lot. I love her expressions. I love the way she like carries herself. she's so funny with the rest of her close members as well. Same with Ritsu. I think the dynamic the free trade cartel has is so fucking funny. I thought of it as nothing more than a myth, originating from our fear and suffering. Arius was always fond of the Book of Revelation after all. Like Asuka said earlier, strong human emotions tend to manifest themselves in some way. The 3 groups of angels recorded in the Book of Revelation signal the end of the world. The first is 7 angels opening the seals, followed by 7 angels blowing the trumpet, and lastly 7 angels pouring out bowls. You said, you all heard the trumpet, right? I did too. That must have been the angels blowing the trumpet. I'm more of a Fuyu fan? Yeah, I have a friend that's really into Fuyu as well. I admire Fuyu's like wittiness. She was able to like kind of carry the situation with Akira. Based on the text, there were 4 blows of the trumpet. This aligns with the voice we heard from the sky. Because of the trumpet blast to be sounded by the 3 other angels. What happens if all 7 angels blow their trumpets? I wonder. If by any chance everything in the Book of Revelation comes true, then it'll be 7 angels with bowls of wrath the next. And once everything pours onto earth in order, the world will end. In its place will be a new world for those who are faithful. That's what we were taught. Yes, if everything follows the Book of Revelation, that is. But were they truly the 7 trumpeting angels? Let me drink water real quick, my bad. Whoa, I almost spilled it. Sakurai Mio. Why am I reading it like I'm reading the fucking story? The newest in a long time. Long line of normal girl with a bit crying baby thing going on. Dude, I feel like all Wild Hunt kind of has that kind of like shtick going on. Cause I feel like all like the club we kind of seen so far, like they kind of want to disobey the rules a little bit. I'm gonna feel like I guess most of Wild Hunt would want to do that, cause you know, like Vanitas Lota said, or Iota said, that literally Wild Hunt is bordering authoritarian rule. Slightly aloof best friend. Wonder who the faithful are in this case? Those that heard the trumpet, or those that didn't? Yeah, same. I mean, I guess you just continue reading. But were they truly the 7 trumpeting angels? You think they could be something else? I mean, Azusa, Airi, and Kazusa. Mio and Hiromi. Dude, yeah, I could see, yeah. I like Hiromi too. I like the, dude, I've seen so much art of like, um, the Mio and Hiromi ship. I think it's cute. It's cute. That's all I want to say. Dude, I literally like saw an art of them like they straight up like on each other like kissing, bro. That's awesome though. That's awesome. I'm not against it. I like their dynamic. Perhaps, honestly speaking, everything is up in the air right now. Something has always brewed deep in within Arius, and this land has seen tragedy after tragedy. We're really here. Everyone, be quiet. It's just a building. Don't panic. Ain't no way. It's a building? Our destination is the archive, located underneath Porta Patches. It said that the truth of Arius lies dormant there. There may be clues about the trumpeting angels there. As you all well know, this place has been locked for over 100 years. Subaru, the door is open? What? Does that mean someone's already been here? No, it's okay. This works out. I've heard that the one who opens the door will find themselves forever lost at the end of their journey. Someone's very kindly opened the door for us, so we have one fewer thing to worry about. Does it mean we're really going down there? No, I'll be the only one going. Something scary could happen down there, you know. Got it, Subaru. What should we do then? Set up a base here, please. A base? Yes, you've all trained for this, so don't worry. But make sure you're ready to respond to attacks from both outside and in. Could it be for in case anything happens to you? Don't make me repeat myself. Got it. Some people couldn't hear the trumpet? Say it was the end of return. Perhaps not, but I don't see her getting out of the Shadow Realm. Well, I don't know if Porta Patches is considered the Shadow Realm just yet. My girl just got, like, depleted. I don't even know where. She's just gone. That was so funny. I look-y think when I watched Volume Out, I was just like, bro, get cooked as fuck. Yeah, we were divided into people who couldn't hear the trumpet. And people who couldn't. Oh, who could and couldn't. My bad. Do you know why? I'm not sure. I was in the group of people who could. And Subaru couldn't. Why are you crying? I'm sorry, it's just... I did have a feeling something must have happened yesterday. I apologize. I don't mean to pressure you at all. However, if you do feel comfortable, could you share what happened? Where did the other students go? Why did you only return to Sensei? And how do you know those students were headed to Porta Patches? Atsuko, that's... I see. So you said you would wait until Maya feels comfortable, Sensei. Maya curled up in a place and started shaking like a leaf. Everyone seemed a little unsure what to do then. Aww. I think it's okay to tell Sensei what happened. Hiyori? So. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at talking. People often say I'm a bit clueless. But still, I think you went through something really rough and painful and sad. When that happens, it helps just to talk. Kind of let it out to someone, you know? Just talk to anyone? Yes, in this case, it'd be Sensei and us too. But we can leave you if you feel uncomfortable. I didn't mean to. We can hang up too. Yeah, whatever you need. I forgot they were still on call. Low-key. It's okay. You can trust Sensei. At least I do. No matter what you say, Sensei always tries to help you. They bought me stomach medicine once, and even magazine. I mean, Sensei doesn't just magically fix all your problems. You have to figure out what you're good at, too. Although, maybe Sensei did do everything for me. I'm sorry, so Hiyori, but all I can do while looking at you right now is think of your L2D and your stomach. But still, I'm told that how a student can learn how to stand out on their own later. I don't know how to explain this well. Anyways, when it comes to stuff like this, just holding on to it and suffering by yourself hurts you more. Students from our school especially have a hard time with stuff, talking or asking for help. I'm still working on that too. So I thought this might help a little. Hiyori. So, should we step outside now? Since there's lots of things in this world that'd be embarrassing to tell too many people? Yeah, I guess. Let's take a walk and survey the area. Yes, let's go do that. Excuse me. Yes? I want to do it. Tell everyone. You don't have to push yourself. She finally mustered up the courage. So it should be okay, right, Ui? I mean, I'd never... Are you sure? It's funny how Ui's just like as introverted, like around anyone, but just like Sensei. Yes. I think I want to hear everyone's opinions, so I can form my own resolve. Maya slowly began recounting the events of the previous night. We were all stunned into silence, apprehensive of saying the wrong thing. Damn. Hiyori, if you cry like that, it's just too much. This is too sad. How can anyone not feel sad listening to her story? Hiyori, if you... Aww. I knew these two would get along. I was very holding back too. That's exactly what I mean. You're very kind, Hiyori. Yeah, she's always been. Misaki? Stop it. Don't look at me. In times like this, you're supposed to cry your heart out. I'm not crying. Jesus. I love how they tease Misaki a little. Thank you for sharing with us. Not at all. Actually, thank you, everyone, for hearing me out. But it comes back to the question, why did only some of us hear the trumpet? I have a guess, based on what we learned so far. I identified uncommon factor in each of the two groups. The two Krabbies interact. I'm certain it's going to be peak. You know, an interaction I would love to see? I would love to see Miu and Alba, like... have an interaction together. I think that would be awesome. I identified one common factor in each of the two groups. But what are they? Their participation in Sensei's class. What? But we all went to that class. But participation isn't quite the same as attendance. Like how you can read words on a page, but not understand the words of it. That's true. There are people on the outside who read summaries of books and speak as if their opinion is fact and law. And there are even people who think books are for decorating walls and bookshelves. In the first place, a book is a conversation between the writer and the reader. You can't just skim it and think you've communicated properly. Show some respect! Respect the books! Respect the... Oi, you're losing the thread. My apologies. Anyways, just like how reading is like that, the same goes for classes. Firstly, studying the process of taking in something that's not yours. Knowledge that you don't know. Class is the process of a teacher giving you that knowledge, so that you can then take it and study more. You can go to class all you want, but if you don't pay attention, or if you forget everything as soon as you get home, then what was the point of even attending? Of course, that's just speculation, but you're the only person who can collaborate it, or corroborate it. Did I read that right? Corroborate it. From what I understand, the students who heard the trumpets blow, the sign of the end of the world, they must have been the students who were more open to accepting foreign knowledge and ideas. In other words, students who were less resistant to new perspectives into coming into Arius. What do you think? You're right. I think that makes more sense. You're amazing, Ui. Dude, oh my god. You're so cute, Maya. No. It was just logic-based. It was all just logic-based conjecture. How many times have I told you that you should just accept sincere compliments with sincere gratitude? And if they're open to seeing and accepting the outside world, then they'd likely already begun having doubts about Arius as a whole. Knowledge and education are considered among the strongest stimuli for personal growth and change. If they're beginning to harbor doubts, wouldn't that mean... Yes. Sooner or later, those students could end up like her. They might be branded as enemies at any moment by the students who don't want Arius to change. Does that mean the trumpeting angels might be... Who knows? They could really be the angels from the Book of Revelation. But I suppose it'd be fair to say that there's a lot of room for interpretation. It could be some sort of a phenomenon created by a collection of Arius students. Hostilities, anxieties, angers, and other negative emotions directed towards the outside world. It's just as Ui said. So that's also what I believe. However, if that is what those trumpeting angels are, then what's within them is something darker and far more sinister than one could have thought. Apocrypha? Wow. Wait, this looks like the Freeman Library. It really existed. What Trinity concluded as... So, the Epigrapha? The Apocrypha? If I had face cam on, I was like shaking my head trying to read that. The Apocrypha, they tried to hide away and eradicate. How long must your servants wait before they may rise in the name of their vengeance of blood? Until, one they must endure the mocking of questions of truth and lie. Wow, what a strong start. Vengeance of blood? For days of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. Words for the elect and righteous. Huh? The Apocrypha stopped there, and this is... I see. The history of Arius was recorded alongside the Apocrypha. Trinity may have sentenced us to excommunication, but they know not what they have truly done. In banishing us, they have sentenced themselves to a lifetime of solitude. Those who cannot embrace their own sister can never trust the embrace of another. Banish us to Nicomedia they may. But here shall we henceforth build the foundation of Arius. Nicomedia? Is that what this place was originally called? We, Arius, were the first ones to face the barrel of Trinity's gun. Like a child with a new toy, Trinity sought to deploy their new weapons. What better target than Arius, those convicted heretics? We were taught this, and the Apocrypha resumes here. For behold, the time will come when the signs which I have foretold you will come to pass, that the city which is now is not seen shall appear, and the land which is now hidden shall be disclosed. And as the truth and people will reveal, those who remain until that day will rejoice forever. Isn't this from the Book of Revelation? But it's worded a little differently from what's written in the Common Scriptures Book of Revelation. Well, given the definition of Apocrypha, I guess that's only natural. The world which is not yet awake shall be roused, and that which is corruptible shall perish. For whereas the righteous are not but many but few, will the ungodly abound, for you will rejoice over the few who shall be saved, and not grieve over the multitude who shall perish. And not grieve over the multitude who shall perish. Everyone? What's going on? Reporting in. We set in the base, just as you ordered. I see. Good work. How's it going here, Subaru? I wouldn't go as far to call it a clue, but I did find some hidden scripture. Scripture unique to Arius. Trinity probably doesn't even know it exists. Then there must be something important here. Before that, Subaru, everyone's been talking about something. Some of us thought we should come ask you about it. There didn't really seem to be anyone else who could make big decisions besides you. What is it? Feel free to tell me. Right, so if you count all the students here right now, there's a lot of us. We're bigger than a platoon, but smaller than a company. Some groups split off, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so some people were saying we should have a name. You know, like the Arius squad did. I hate having to say their name. Aha, so that's what it's about. Was that really that urgent of a... Actually, you're right. Names are important. Yes, thank you for understanding. So, do you have any ideas? Nico Media. Nico Media? Yes, Nico Media is true. Oh, there it is. From now on, that's what will be known as. Understood. I have no idea what it means, but I like it. Thick. Maya. Are you sure about this? Actually, I didn't expect you to be the one to suggest it, Sensei. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll still have to go. I have to at least try talking to her first. Sensei? What if Subaru rejects you? If she says she can't accept this? Wouldn't that making you going to Port Apaches completely meaningless? Oh. Just hit my leg against the table. I still have to do everything within my power. It's not about whether or not they forgive me. I can't let this end with so many things left unsaid. That's how we plant possibilities for a better future? You're really incredible, Sensei. I want to become a better person. Like you. And Soup. Although Subaru... Sob. Even what after Subaru did, it's hard for her to let go. Subaru has a weird magnetism. She makes people want to follow her. Worse, she never seemed to realize it. Yeah, she didn't. We really locked out with Saudi. Yeah, Saudi is a very good leader. However, Subaru is doing her best in the way she knows how. Best isn't enough, you know that? Yes. Huh? Is something wrong? Should we stop? It's nothing, Sensei. We're coming. We shouldn't be slowing you down right now, Sensei. We don't know what lies ahead of us. Let's go. And the next page. To believe in coexistence with Gehenna is blasphemous. Trinity's grasp for power, oppressing and absorbing opposing factions, can only be described as heretic. You who claim to be glorious, you who present as all-knowing. From the very start, humility was not a virtue you knew. Vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. Records of the frequently changed ruling powers in Arius, vitrolic curses towards Trinity and Gehenna. Enough of that. I'm sick of it. We all are. What we're looking for now is what can, or must be done, and the truth behind the angels appearing in Arius. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that hath been is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Bars, okay? And so, vanitas vanitatum. All is in vain. Sorry? It returned to the scripture. Vanitas vanitatum. All is in vain. It might be a coincidence, but it's staying true to that verse. This world is a corpse eater. All things eaten in it themselves die also. Truth is a life eater. Therefore, no one nourished by the truth will die. Angels are merely symbols. representations of each of you. Wait, angels are symbols representing us? I've never seen this interpretation before. What is this? Whoa. Oh shit, it's a flashback. Flashback or future? Maybe? And hereby the council hereby... Fuck, why did I repeat that? And the council hereby declares the permanent and irrevocable excommunication of Arius. In the name of our holy parents, holy children, and the Holy Spirit. There was no path forward. With nothing but bloodied hands and battered souls, we forged our own. Light faded from existence, and we were sacrificed to the shadows. They left us to rot in sewage and despair. Existences no better than the rats that scuttled beneath their feet. Trinity thirsted for our complete eradication. From the highest reach of the sky to the deepest pits of this land, they wanted our existence to be expunged from reality itself. So many were lost. Meaningless loss soon became entangled with the rhythm of our daily lives. Hatred spread through us like poison. And therefore, vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. His voice. The past is the foundation upon which the present is constructed. The events of the past echo into the present. Had the council only decided differently, had Arius not been exiled due to mere difference in interpretation, what kind of life would we, Arius, be living today? Such things haunted every shadow of Arius. Who are you? We are Arius. We, Arius. Those are those who are left behind. To be continued. Nest. Please, Saudi, please go back. We are ordered to guard this place. We're not allowed to let anyone enter. Fighting now will change nothing. I understand how you feel about us. We ask that you clear the way. We only wish to speak with Kakehashi Subaru, who skipped class today. In fact, none of you should be here to begin with. That's true, but... What do we do? Still, Subaru told us to secure the area. I think she just told us to set up a camp. She said don't let anyone in or out. That's basically the same thing. Okay, yeah, that's why you had to go back. Otherwise, we'll have to open a fire... yeah, no. Who was that? Sorry, I heard someone say open fire? She fired. Yep, definitely fired. Here we go again. Are you sure about this? We're really super outnumbered. Don't worry. Or are you not worried? Why? I believe a teacher would say, "Cho, don't tell," correct? Alright, they're just gonna like our farm now. We'll leave it to you, Sensei. Why do we always solve things with fighting? Because that's the Arius way. In a sense. The Arius way. Jesus, 3 AM right now. There's no way. But what about the angels? What about the end of the world? That must mean... Could it be? With my 2 hands. Why me? I'm just... What? That's exactly why... Those who destroy the earth, and those who are false, and those who take thy name in vain, their destruction shall come at last. What? The thing I just saw. What was that? No, but more importantly... Subaru! Stayed up until 4 AM reading this with friends. That's awesome though. Personally, I like to read the Boruto story, especially the main story alone. I think that's sick though. Whoa, Subaru! Wait, fuck. Whoa, are you okay, Subaru? You're soaked in sweat. What happened? It's nothing. Nothing happened. Forget that. What's going on? Our lines are being pushed back. Subaru! What should we do? That's... Go support the front line for now. The thing is, they promised... They promised they really just want to talk. Today's Subaru's birthday? That's right. I remember seeing that earlier. Happy birthday to Subaru, by the way. Solo reading's more emotional? Yeah. I mean, I like when I have chat as well, you know. That's what I'm planning on doing a lot more solo reading streams, but having chat, because I like having discussions with you guys as well. Yeah. I think solo reading, and I guess also solo like viewing or like watching, in my opinion, I do find it more emotional, especially like with anime and manga and stuff as well, and like visual novels. I think preferably I like reading stuff alone. That's just me. That's just me though. Yeah. I think sharing like and talking about stuff with friends is really cool and all. Yeah, I do think it's cool, but I think I prefer to consume media like individually. My Twitter is full of Subaru birthday art. Dude, you know what my feed has been literally for like the past like month, like 2 months almost already? It's literally just been K. No guys, I already have like a folder of K art, and it is like, it probably almost has like 1,000 images already, because I that's just like an estimate. But you guys could probably tell from like my community posts and everything that I love K so much. Like right now, I just hopped on Twitter to see if I got any birthday art, and there's like 4 images of K right now. It's so GG for me. Okay, I'm gonna stop scrolling. Don't fall for it. It's a trick. Don't you remember? The 21st night. All this began because Sensei brought Trinity here. To our Arius. Right, we're going to banish Sensei and the squad. For good. Got it. I'll do my best. I lied to them. I'll apologize to them later. I feel so hazy. What is it I wanted to do? On top of Subaru's birthday, it's also Miku Day. Be that as it may, it's this nest I want to protect. Then all those baby birds can live here with a sense of safety. And then maybe, step by step, they'll be able to learn how it feels to live. That's right. I wanted to protect this nest. This small nest called Arius. Maya. Subaru. Ugh. Subaru, you said you'd protect the nest, right? Sensei came here to destroy the nest. The squad is a group of people who abandoned the nest, and behind them is Trinity, intentionally or not. I have to protect this place. I have to. Otherwise, why did I banish her? Aw. You mustn't look away from your responsibilities. You mustn't look away from your responsibilities. You mustn't look away from your responsibilities. I'm the one who's escalated the situation to this point. So next, I'll need strength. I'll need strength. The strength to be unyielding. The strength to rewrite reality itself if I need to. I just need strength. Unleash our anger. Revenge against Trinity. Destruction to Gehenna. Fair judgment of the traitors. Is that? We shall grant you the power of retribution. The trumpet of destruction blows for Arius' enemies. They're so strong. Just the four of them? They're gonna break through. But should we really be blocking Sensei here? Were you thinking that too? Sensei was nice to us. Yeah. Huh, wait, hold on. Wasn't that... What's the matter, huh? I should probably hide this. The trumpet? Students. The angels! The angels of Revelation, 2 of them! On top of that. How many trumpet blows was that? Hold on. 5? 6? All that's left is... Wait, why are the angels coming this way? The angels are attacking your students? Does that mean it's true? What Ui and Shimiko said. I identified one common factor in each of the 2 groups. 6? I had that in my mind, but I don't want to... No. Yeah, no. I had that in my mind, but I was... If they were gonna say it, I would be like... I would say it, but like, no. 6? From what I understand, the students who heard the trumpets blow, the sign from the end of the world. In other words, students who were less restrained to new perspectives coming into Arius. Sooner or later, those students could end up like her. They might be branded as enemies at any moment by the students who don't want Arius to change. Please don't say it. Sit! We can think about that later. Just sit by and watch. They're our fellow students, after all. Will we be okay? These things are really strong. She's right. The Remedial Knights aren't here to protect us either. But it's also half the number. We can only try. Again. We're reposting a lot of Subaru birthday art. Why did I think Hiyori was a buff? Can you get up, sorry? We're posting a lot of Subaru birthday art. Dude, my feed is literally just been K. I don't know why. My feed has been curated to only be K for some reason. Like, I've barely seen, like, anyone else. Ugh. Sensei? Let's fall back for now. Is everyone okay? I don't know why I said that in Misaki's voice. Yes. It seems like the other... Sorry, I can't speak Maya. It seems like the other arius students also took the opportunity to hide. But the angels are still wandering around in Porta Patches, like they're looking for their next target. What should we do? We don't even know what they are yet. No one knew what to say or do. The gunshots and standoffs gradually fell off, and an eerie silence settled in. The chime of a Momotalk finally shattered the tension. A Momotalk? Huh? Isn't this emote a waving white flag? That signals surrender, doesn't it? What exactly are they even surrendering to here? No, wait, I get it. Let's go meet them. Cautiously, we went to the location detailed in the Momotalk. Well, we're here. Hello? Is anyone there? Hi. Sensei and the squad. And you. Hi, we meet again. Although, maybe not in the best circumstances. So you went to Sensei? Yeah. That's a relief. Thank you for looking after her, Sensei. We were all worried. Well, I did what anyone would have. But before that, why did you reach out? Ah, right. That's... Oh, there was like no like punctuation, so I was so confused. That. Yeah. Oh, no. We know a byway. A byway? Yeah, we checked. The angels didn't react when we took it. I was really scared they were going to notice, but it actually worked out. But still, they'll see you if you're not careful. I see. Thank you. It must have been dangerous. Don't mention it. Sensei. Just seemed like a good adult. You all helped us a lot, so we wanted to return the favor. Oh! Wait. No. It's funny saying this now, but I actually enjoy studying. I was gonna say, were these the students from Trinity? And then I realized their affiliation group is not. Even though class was boring, it was fun too. It's a little hard to explain, isn't it? I'm happy you were honest about it being boring. I'll do better next time. It was fun seeing Saudi as a teacher. Saudi can definitely be a sensei. Atsuko's class was, I don't know why, but it was really interesting to me. Not fun, but something else. Thank you. Maybe it's because it was new content? I felt like I could memorize and solve these things in calculus. But I couldn't understand trigonometry. Wait, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. These Arius A and B mobs, are they the same ones from the beginning of the volume? Because they seem like they have that personality. But I don't know, because, there's like a ton of them. That means you didn't study enough. I want to be in Hiyori's class again. That one was fun. Thank you. I'm honestly still confused by the whole exam thing, though, but that's because it's something new. To all of us it was. And it was nice to have someone be nice to us and teach us things, besides how to hurt other people. Yeah, the whole thing, it felt like once in a lifetime, but still. It's not. It's not once in a lifetime. It's not? That's supposed to be your everyday lives. Our everyday lives? Sorry, I can't even imagine it. Anyway, enough about us. You want to talk to Subaru, right? Come this way. We'll guide you to the byway. Yo, guys, is so off topic again, but I'm so hungry right now. I'm so hungry. It's 3 AM, I'm so hungry. Over here, if you go through those stairs, you'll reach the door that leads to the underground archive. No one knows what she's doing there right now. She said not to let anyone in. I don't know what you want to talk to her about, but I really hope it works out. Without Subaru, everyone who was left behind in Arius would have disappeared, one by one. I'll do everything I can. I won't let a student off for skipping class. Yes, Sensei. These stairs just keep going. It feels like a road leading down to the abyss, like in the scriptures. I wish we could turn on the lights. We can't, right? We don't want to give away our location. Atsuko? Atsuko? Thank you for holding me, Sensei. But is everyone else okay? Did something happen? Was there a rock or trap there? Can't really see, but I don't feel anything either. Nothing on my end. I see. It must have been me. It seems I'm the only one who can feel it. Pressure is so intense. It's like someone is gouging into my head and shaking my brain from the inside. I have to focus, or I'll pass out. Huh? What's wrong? Do you feel something too? I don't know exactly. Why do I feel so scared and sad? It hurts. It's not me, but I'm feeling it from somewhere else. You're finally here, Sensei. Subaru! Subaru? Are you okay? What's wrong? Did something happen to you? I have a rough idea what you want to talk about, but let's move elsewhere for now. There are too many things in Port Apaches and Arius that we don't know about. Oh, bro, what? To be continued in chapter 2? 3? Well, that was it. I thought this is the longer chapter. Well, that's it. That was nice to learn more about Arius. Assuming the next one should be on March 31st, like someone said that, then yeah. But yeah, I'll at least stream up for like 5 more minutes maybe to chat, and then... Oh shit, I have no tickets. Unfortunate. Yeah, you know, it's gonna be another month. I think I ingested the information pretty well. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about though. Guys, I'm so close to Spark because I like lost all my pyroxenes. So hopefully Razor doesn't like drain all my pyros. Looking for chapter 3. Can wait for chapter 3? Yeah, I think. Sorry. Yeah, same. I'm just gonna do my crafting first. And then I'll probably head off. Oh, they have wild hunt stuff already? Cool. I'm just really glad that Arius is like getting their own volume. Out of like all the schools, like I would have wanted them the most to get their own volume. Like I know Gehenna is like a big contender up there. Same with like Red Winter, but I think Arius getting more expansion on their lore and stuff is really cool. And I hope they talk about a little bit more stuff, like I guess like Ozus's relationship as well with the Arius squad, or like Arius as a whole, a bit more. I hope they can cover a lot of their backstory as well, a bit more of it, you know. Like I know they covered it in volume 3. It would be cool if they could do a little bit more, which I mean they kind of are right now, but I want them it to be more character focused.
Arius はキボタスに魔法がないとは思えません。魔法は存在しています。だって先生は今アリスを幸せにしてくれましたから。ゲームが面白い理由はそこに世界の美しさが込められているから。これは先生を通じて分かったことです。ゲームも猫も友達も、そして今この瞬間も、この世界には美しいものがたくさんあります。
Very nice LTD. Sorry, I was like caught up in like in like Arius's LTD. Yeah. All right. Honestly, this is really fun. Every time I look at her LTD, I like look at the crazy like length of hair she has here. It's so funny to look at sometimes. But yeah, that was a good stream. It turned out to be like almost what, like almost 4 hours. But I'm gonna end it early for now, since it's 3 AM and I'm really tired and I'm also really hungry. So yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. It was really fun. I really enjoyed reading the volume. Expect a stream pretty soon on, I guess, the magical girl event. I'm also going to be rolling for Reza. Maybe a build will literally be tomorrow. I don't know. It depends how, if I'm in the mood, or if I'm not busy, or if anything doesn't come up. But yeah, can I see that now? Yeah, the same. I'm like, dude, her hair is so long. Like it droops down all the way here. Like realistically, it should be just like down to here. But I know when they first found her in Volume 2, her hair was like incredibly long. But yeah, that's the end of the stream. Thank you everyone. You can tell how tired I am by my voice. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, see you guys very soon. I'm gonna schedule that like right after I end the stream. Alright, goodbye. Wait, actually before I end, I want to show this off one more time. Like I have a new stinger and a new starting screen. If no one was here at the beginning. But yeah, if you want to go check out these little silly animations I made at the bottom, then go to the beginning of the stream. In the VOD. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you.